What up? Just woke up. It's almost 2 o'clock. Oh my God. I feel worse now than I did before I was tired. Oh, there's this mail piling up. Going postal, boys and girls. Postal. I need a street sweeper over here. There's too many wrappers. Oh. That's right, Corey. Same here. I got to go out and work. I wasn't going to work today, but I got to go out and help somebody. She's a very nice lady, and she's asking nicely. So I'm going to relax this afternoon and then head out and help her later. And then I got some mail, so I figured I'd jump on and don't worry, Corey, we're gonna get them Jeters. I'm gonna bust a new box. And then I'm gonna let you guys pick the box. I know I've got multiple boxes. I'll bring a couple up. This way I won't feel bad if we don't pull a Jeter right away, but we are due. Time for some mail. Time for some mail days. So Corey's working. Brian, you're on the couch, probably watching football. SP, what's going on? What are you doing today? Okay, Corey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too crazy long, but just figured I'd go live instead of hitting the record button and film it. Just make things a little easier for me. Then I don't have to do much with it. It is a beautiful day in Cleveland. 50s, sunny. It was real nice when I went up to get the mail, so that's a good start. I gotta find some scissors or some knives. A knife. Here we go. The honey-do list. There we go. That's good. Well, you're off to an early start for the day. I shouldn't say that's already 2 o'clock. I'm just a lazy bum. But when I don't have an alarm set, I could sleep forever. 3 in the morning. Jesus, Titus. Do you sleep? God bless you, man. God bless you, my man. God bless you. John, what's up, man? I don't know what I'm doing on here, but I just decided to go live. Got some mail. What do we got going on here? Who is this from? Jeez, I can't even see. I don't know who this is from. Kind of messed up here. I have no idea who this is. I'm about to find out. Hopefully it's not a card I just cut into. Yeah, that's Bob. Bob's awesome. Yeah, Bob has probably the best selection of unopened wax that you're going to find anywhere. Not what's on the shelf. He has stuff in the back room, and I mean cases. You want something from 14, 15, 16, 2011. Front row at Nutcracker Belt. Nice. That's cool. Not my thing. I mean, if my daughter's older, I would take her to something like that. Yeah, Bob is a hell of a guy. Probably one of the better guys. He's been in it for a long time. He doesn't care. He's just a laid back guy, but he's got everything. I mean, not everything. He's got a lot. So you go to most places, these newer card shops, they've got 2022, 2023 on the wall, and that's it. He's the old-fashioned card shop. You can go in there and hang out and chat and talk with him for hours and sit around and, Oh, she's in the show. Awesome, Ron. Now that's cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah, definitely if you got kids, that's different, man. For sure. Front row, that's cool, though. Yeah, Bob's a good guy. He'll take care of you too. If you got, stuff in the, he's got nothing priced at all in the case. He'll just say, "I'll look it up. Show me the card. Just look it up. We'll work something out." He's pretty fair. But his prices on the stuff on the wall, his wax wall, I mean, he's pretty competitive. That's Bob. That's Bob. 100%. You didn't have to tell me his name. You could have said, "I came to Ohio," and that's what he said. I asked him what he opened. I don't bust packs. That is exactly Bob. He's like, "Look at all you crack addicts." That dude cracks me up. He's a good guy, though. Probably one of the better guys in the hobby. He just shoots you straight. He'll literally tell you. He'll tell you while you're buying a box and you don't hit, and then you buy another pack for $30 or $5 or $2. He's like, "Don't buy this shit. What are you doing? Get out of here. Like, you don't want this." He'll tell you before he takes your credit card. You got it, Sean. I'm not going to be on too long. Just want to open up some mail. Got a little rookie card explosion box. I figured I'd do it live instead of making another video and uploading it, and that takes my time. But yeah, Bob is funny. He'll tell you, like, "Dude, you're not hitting anything. Save your money. Save your money." He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. So this is ripping for rookies. Yeah, and there's another shop too. Shoot me a message. I'll give you the details on all the shops to go to within an hour. Yeah, same here, Ron. I'm not hanging out for too long. I just want to share some cards I got. So got this card pretty cheap. But I don't care that it's an 8. I mean, it's got a little chip in here, but the centering is awesome. I'm going to use this for an autograph. So I'm going to bust this out of here. If you're going to buy this card on eBay for $10 to $20 and then say, "Wow, that looks nicely centered," then you get it and you go, "Ah, man, it's got a little tiny chip there. It's got a little tiny fisheye or something." Snag some of these cheap cards like this, bust them out, put them in your binder, put them in your set. They're cheap, they're affordable. I think I got this for $20 plus shipping. I mean, I'm going to send this for an autograph because the one I've got is it's really off-centered. And, he's still alive, well and healthy, and he's affordable, and you can reach him. So I'm going to snap this baby out of here, and then this will go for an autograph for the future. So whether I see him at a show or send it off to him in a group, going to do something like that. Yeah, SP, why don't you come back for the National, man? We can all meet up because we're gonna plan something. If you're gonna make it to Cleveland, come for the National this year. So basically, Bob's shop is here, the National's here, I'm right here, all within like 16, 17 minutes. Good morning, Vietnam. Taco Bell was fun last night, LP. I was gonna send you a picture. All right, cool. Look at this. I hit a Battenfield orange. This is from Ripping for Rookies, Mike's break. Nice PC edition. Rookie color. Yeah, it was good. I knocked out two things of nachos, chicken soft tacos with chipotle sauce, and then what did I get? I got four or 6 items. I'll tell you what, Taco Bell, man, you could go to a steakhouse for the price of Taco Bell these days. You drop 20 like it's nothing for one person anymore. Oh, that's cool. Look at this. Grady Sizemore. I didn't know we hit this. So he did an old break, 2000 and, geez, what was this upper deck? That's cool. Game worn. Look at that. I love getting into these older boxes. I didn't even know this card existed. Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Nice. Well, I love the chalupa shell, that deep fried soft shell. Chicken, cheese, and spicy chipotle sauce. That's my kind of like a handcrafted type deal. So this was the product that he opened. Tavaness. This is 90. What is this? 2002. Wow. This is 2002. Chuck Finley. We had Chuck Finley. That's great. So this is 2000 and this is upper deck, but it's got like a paper feel. It doesn't have that gloss to it. Matt Lawton. These are cool. Power chart, Ellis Burks. That was the year we had all the vets and everything. Oh, that's crazy. Victor Martinez, the guy I wish we would have kept Victor. Man, was he good. Fiesta burrito is awesome and it's vegetarian. Okay. $2 bean burritos and plenty of hot sauce. Yeah, I like the chipotle sauce that they mix up. You get it in a little cup that comes out of the gun. That's my favorite. It's got some certain times. It's got some more heat to it. CC, Diaz, Michaels, Kelly Shopik. Wow, Hector Luna. These guys are, oh man. I mean, they didn't play too long. There's a nice Sizemore. That's a cool card. I didn't know I got this in the break. I must have been jumping in and out of the break. But CC and Hafner. That's really cool. Matty Ice, what's up, man? We're talking Taco Bell. I just woke up at like 1:45, rolled out of bed, and hit the button. Oh, man, look at this. I hit a Santana rookie. Holy hell. Look at that. Santana. Man, Mike must have missed this because unless I would jumped out of the chat. I must have jumped out of the chat. But Carlos Santana. Awesome. That's the only reason I wanted the damn Indians in this break. For this Chrome box. Hoping to hit a big one. But a Chrome Santana. Probably the best. Looking like a short print image, but this wasn't a thing back in 2010 Chrome. So, yeah. Awesome. I got to find a top loader. Those are too big. Maddie, I don't know if you watched, but Sean busted open some packs for you. I got these in your pile, Sean. Or Maddie. And your card came in, Maddie. So it's $23.10 for the grading fee, and then I took care of your box and everything for you. And I got those Matty Mervis cards you wanted, Matty. Let me pull those cards for you. I got something else for you. I know you wanted one that was a base card, but I think I pulled a parallel for you too. Let me go grab it. 1 second. I think I pulled the purple for you, and I put it aside. Well, let me just go through this. They're all alphabetical. Should be pretty decent to find. Matty Mervis. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no problem, man. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Purple. This one's to 150. So I got the base set aside for you, and I got the purple. I'll put those in the pile, and whatever, we'll figure it out. Absolutely, SP. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Shoot me a message, especially if you're gonna make it out to Cleveland again. It'd be cool if you could make the national. Yeah, this one I'm keeping, Matty. I'm just gonna hang on to the gold, but this one I'm keeping from my PC. I think he'll be back, but my favorite is Christopher Morel. I think he's going to be the Cubs' best star for years to come. He had a great second half, and yeah, cool. So I honestly, Matty, you know what I may do is just like I did this with in Fuego. I just boxed everything up, all of my Julios, graded cards, 200 some sleeve cards, and all my slabs. Put them in his box, shipped them to him. Took the pictures of everything laid out on my desk like you did. Send them to him. He can pick what he wants. Send me the rest back, and then we'll work out a deal. Like these are not, like we're not sending thousands of dollars in cards, so it's just easier to pick through. Because I'm only going to pick this cards that I don't have, which is there's going to be a lot. I'm sure there's so much different stuff, especially if it's something that I have in a set. I'll pick a double of it just to have it in my binder. But yeah, so. Maddie, I got those set aside for you. Those purple and then the base. But these Inception cards look really nice. So, yeah, pretty cool. Let's continue. Let's see what else I got from that break. So, nice. Here's a white and a orange. This is the 2021. Topps Big League. These are two cards I did not have. Not big names, or not big value, but I just like to add them. This is cool. Wow, what is this? He must have just added this in because I don't think we broke this. EX 2000 Skybox, and there's no way we broke this stuff. That's a great card. Look at that. It's pretty neat. I've never seen this card before. Yeah, honestly, it's not, Maddie, it's just not worth it. Ripping and flipping. What's up, man? Maddie, you just box everything up, take pictures, box everything up, send it to me, and I'll just send you anyone wanting to part ways with Inception. In terms of trades, I mean, I'll trade everything that I have. I've only got 2 boxes left for sale. I can get another case, but I got to have some interest because I don't want to be stuck with a whole case. Okay, thanks, man. 99 Skybox EX Century. Okay, cool. I must have been in and out working, watching the break, or just listening. But I trust the guys, and whatever they send me, that's what I get. But this is like only one card out of there. I think he may have sent me this, but I'm pretty sure he opened the big league. I know he opened this Chrome box because I was hoping to get the Indians and pull this card. Gutierrez. There's Fausto Carmona. Fausto had hands like, I don't know how to describe it. Probably about a good foot long. They were 10, 11 inches. They were massive. Probably some of the biggest hands you can ever see. And it's not a good example here on this grip, but it would go completely back over the ball. But yeah, probably would have been better throwing a football. He was okay for a little bit. But there's the Grady. Okay, so there's those from that break. Anyone jumping in again? This is a good way of getting some nice cards for very, very cheap. And look how nice this card is. Has a little bit of chip in here, but it's just it's a great card. So I'll snap that out, and then it's just a better way to buy vintage cards, 80s cards, anything at a value price when another company grades it. Especially CSG. They're not terrible, but it's not like this is going to be a 5. But if they get it a little low or a little high, whatever, you're still happy with this. Absolutely, rip and just shoot me a message directly. AC@thecarddeal.com. So AC, and then at thecarddeal.com, spell out .com, just like it is here. And then, or reach me on Instagram. Shoot me a direct message. Find me on Instagram. I'm on there too. Or just drop your email in the chat. I'll reply to you that way. And we'll connect, whatever. I've got a bunch of stuff that if you're collecting that and you want to trade that or buy some singles, whatever, just let me know. I'm always up for trading too. And one thing I really don't trade is like cards for product. I will if it's a big card, like something vintage or something slabbed up where we know a set price. But I'm very open for anything. So yeah, and if I've got tons of singles because I open up a few boxes, I've got a handful of good autos that I don't collect the players, but they're here and they're available. So absolutely. Yeah, so that's my take on these. I think I'm gonna go this route now. I have other ones, that are just off-centered. I just wanted a nicer copy that's, will look good in a slab because I don't care about the grade. I just want it authentic in a slab with the autograph. So all of my collection, I did get 1 or 2 that had a number grade on the auto. I don't care. I mean, I'll look at it myself as long as the ink's on there. I know it's legit. But I just like all of the uniform because my OCD. So when I send them all in to get reslabbed, because I got a lot of the blue labels, which are older slabs. I just think that there's so much value in these cheaper companies, not cheaper to grade companies. You can go below SGC. SGC is fine too, but imagine getting an SGC 8. You can't go on and go, oh man, that card's going to look so good. Look at it on the stand. It looks nice. It's raw. I don't see anything wrong with it. And he's not lying. Yeah, it's a good card. But the highest grade you can select when you're selling raw cards on eBay is the near mint. So you're looking at a 7 and 8 anyway. He disclosed everything. He doesn't need to disclose anything else. People get a brand new modern card. Let's say they get this and they go, oh, hey, it's got a little touch on the corner. Well, it doesn't say it was gem mint raw. It's ungraded. I selected the top value and I disclosed that, hey, there's a white top right corner. It won't gem or there's a print line. I put that stuff out there because I want people to know and be happy. But most people don't because you don't have to, and you're covered under eBay. So stick with these cheap cards. Don't overpay for graded cards that look really good. I love Greg Morris, but trust me, you're overpaying on Greg Morris. I buy from them as well. They have so much popularity now in the industry. People send them so many cards. They have hundreds and hundreds of break sets going on at any given time. And I'm looking at cards going VGEX, and they sell for 150. Let's say like a mid-60s, whatever, a mid-60s somebody, Willie Mays. And then I go online and I find an SGC 7 for 150. And it boggles my mind. Like, do you people like not check the internet? You can get the card slabbed up and it looks better and you know the grade. They just stated that it's EX Mint, that's 5.6 range. And their range is different than PSA and SGC. They don't copy and paste the same subject line where it says, this is what EX means. This is what VGEX means. This is what a 4 means. You can have a really nice 4 with a crease. You can have a small wrinkle and a very sharp card that looks like an 8 or a 9. But a crease, you can get that in a 4. 4 is the absolute highest grade you're going to get with a crease. Once you get to a crease, you're not going to get above a 4, especially with most graders. But the card has to be superb and then have a small wrinkle and still get a 4. But once you have rounded corners, I've seen cards that are absolutely beautiful, front and back and completely rounded corners. If all 4 are rounded, you're not going to get above a 2 to 2.5. It's just not going to happen. Now, it'll have the good eye appeal for a 2, 2.5. It'll look like a 9. It'll look like an 8 on the surface, but the corners are shot. Happens all the time. Big stack of cards, things get rounded, stack them up together, rubber band, bag, whatever, and then you pull it out and you go, man, that card's beautiful. In the back, nothing, no wax, but you got these rounded corners and worn edges. Just going to be a 3 or less for life. That's just what it is. So my kind of 2 cents in that, Maddie, I'll put all these together. My 2 cents when it comes to that, just based on some value buys, and there's a lot of stuff out there. And guys, if you're buying cards right now on eBay, you're buying from people, everyone says the sky's falling. I'm just going to go on my rant here. If the sky's falling, bring me your cards at a discounted price. I'll buy everything you have. If I don't have the money, I have people that I can get money from, because I keep hearing that, but no one's selling all this stuff for pennies on the dollar, right? Oh, the sky's falling, the economy's crashing, everything's this, everything's that. People that are still working and still have jobs are still spending the same amount of money on baseball cards. They're just getting more baseball cards because they're a little cheaper. Where is that at? I have not. You got no volume right now? Well, turn it up, man. Pump it up. I got volume. Y'all hear me? Please tell me you guys can hear me. Yeah. And Fuego, turn that mic up. Let me check the stream on my end. It says I have volume. I'm rambling away. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I'm live. I can hear you now. Got you loud and clear. Okay, cool. I know select popular cards that were hyped investors. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah, Don, what's up, man? That's a great point. I like that. Market is still overpriced and too strong. Yeah, it's a good point. It definitely is. I guess when I'm ranting or venting right now, it's not that I'm complaining. I'm just simply saying, when people make statements like that, they're blanket statements. They're never pointing out a specific card. It's like saying, you people, or all of you, or all of this. You can talk like that, but I don't listen. You have to have a good filter for these idiots that just post a bunch of nonsense. I mean, if you're going to talk about an example and a card, and I'm in the room or someone's in the room, question them. What do you mean by that? Give me an example. What are you relying this information on? Like, where did you come up with this? Are you just saying this? Because a lot of it's just to make content. And I'm not knocking the bigger players like, yeah, exactly. Didn't take a complaint, a justified statement. Exactly. That's exactly. And you're the difference between a lot of people that don't accept how someone's delivering something. If you want to deliver it one way, so be it. We're all entitled to our opinion. But if you're going to come up with something, just be ready if someone questions you and says, hey, what do you mean by that? Well, give me an example. Where are you coming from with this? What are you talking? Baseball, basketball, modern, vintage? Just be a little bit more direct. And I think a lot of people, in my opinion, this is how I've always felt. Once you get to a certain amount of followers, you got those YouTube checks coming in, and you have to make that content. Look at this gift. Nice. I hope these are my cookies. I hope these are my cookies because they forgot me last time. Oh, baby. When people are making that's especially for clicks, how does a statement like that? It doesn't help the hobby. Yeah, you're right, Dom. It doesn't help the hobby at all. It doesn't help anybody. It's just a blanket statement, cultivating this big group of people that never had a rebuttal or a chance to say something. So yeah, this is nice. This is from Jersey. So this is from Vintage Breaks. These are good cookies. I know a lot of people may like certain other ones, but whatever. I like these. These are great because I do like a dry cookie. I like to dunk them. You have a really soft cookie that's got a lot of chocolate in it. It's not going to soak up a ton of milk for dunking. So Vintage Breaks, shout out. Appreciate you guys. J5, you still owe me when I see you. I'll have to send you a message. You still owe me from last year, so don't think this is a get out of jail free card because you remembered Christmas this time because you forgot me last year. When I see you, I better come collect. If the sky was falling, why stay in a collapsing industry? I like that. Yeah, heard that before. That's awesome. That's a good one. That's a classic too. Yeah, it's really, really, if you think about the big guys that are saying all the newsy stuff, one guy is Neo Sports Cards and Comics. He's great. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He kind of more just gives you the story and he lets you decide and he asks questions. What do you guys think? What about this? What about that? A lot of other guys, which they don't add context to anything. Scotty B Cards, even if you hate the guy, which I don't, he's great. He pulls up stats in great detail. And it doesn't have to be the card you're interested in, the card you're talking about, the card you're collecting, the sport you're collecting. Just listen to the context of what he's bringing you. That's what's important. And that's one thing that I like Scotty B for. So even if you're not collecting certain things or he's doing videos on the cards he likes, he gives you some depth and he gives you some backstory to what he's talking about. He goes in it very methodical. I like the way he talks. He's very well planned, thought out, has a lot of good information up on the screen, and he's not just throwing things at you. So, it's no way to be, I'll tell you that. It's just, and I keep commenting on a lot of these videos. I'm like, okay, if everyone's selling things for so cheap, I would like to look at them. Not saying I'm going to buy everything, but if it's baseball, I've seen it go up. I've seen it go down. Sell me the cards. If you're selling stuff for 50, 60, 70%, 70 cents on the dollar, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Don. That's a good point. Yeah. Listen, I've got stuff right now. I've got stuff cheaper than Topps' website, and I can't sell it because I just don't reach certain people, and I don't care. I'll eventually get there. If people want to look and buy from me, I don't care. There's people that I buy from and break from that are more expensive than anybody, but I like the people. I like the entertainment. I like the service. I like what they offer. I like the guys in the group, and I will pay for that, and I do. I pay more for that. That's my night at the movies, I always said that, and a lot of people have said the same thing. You spend a night at the movies with two people, it's under $100, but it's still $50, $60, and you see a crappy movie, you have nothing. You buy a box and you didn't get a hit, but at least you have some cards and some entertainment and some good communication and meet some new people, some good guys in the community like you guys, and that's what it's about. If I wanted to sell cards for more money, I could. But I'm selling stuff for less than Topps' website right now, currently. And could I raise the price? 100%. Who cares? It's all right. There's nothing wrong with charging more. There's nothing wrong with charging less. Nothing wrong with doing a break for free once in a while. Whatever you do. Like, don't begrudge somebody for making $1,000 on a break. I talk to my brother-in-law about it all the time. Man, these guys, I did the math, and even if they paid retail, like shelf prices, eBay prices, they made $400 in an hour for a break. Now, I know what I pay, and I would have made more. I'm not saying I know what they paid, but I would have made more than retail. And they sold that breakout like that. How do these breakers and these people have all of these people that are uneducated that just keep opening their wallet, because they're not all hitting. We know how it goes, but that's okay. Good for them for charging and making more. Now, there's a lot of guys that offer bonuses, different stipends, like that you get when you're breaking. No matter what it is, you get something, you get this. That's different. You can't funnel those people into that same conversation, because you have to know the show, you have to know what they offer, and evaluate it based on that. If they're just ripping cards and saying, here you go, here's your cards. Like, I know how much money I made yesterday, but then I gave away this blaster and they gave away 2 packs out of the next box of 93 tops that we're going to bust open, looking for more Jeters. So I gave that away because I wanted to, not because I had to sell this dollar amount. And that's okay. It's a good way to do things. I think that's great. Some of the guys on Vintage Breaks, that's what they do. Their prices are a little bit more, but they give away a lot of different bonuses. So I enjoy that. Is that gambling in a sense? Yeah, but I enjoy that part, and I enjoy the people that are on that show. Charles, he's on Saturdays. Check him out. He's going to be on today. Oh, Ron, that's great, man. I love it. Yeah, this is so this guys, let's get into some cards. I'm ranting away. If you guys want to talk about a topic, just throw it up there. I'm in one of those moods, I should probably get my checks off screen here. That's probably a bad idea to have checks sitting out. You guys don't screenshot that and cash that check on your online system. Value of 3 specific players at piece are way above what I want to pay right now. Senga, Francisco Alvarez, Jordan Walker. Jesus, Dom, listen, I don't know what it is about Francisco Alvarez, but that's all I've hit this year. So Dom, if you want to trade something, or even if you're buying, like, I'll give them to you way cheaper than anything on eBay's comps. I'm fine with that. Like, I don't PC the guy, but that's all I've pulled. I've got Alvarez coming off the, what, and I've hit good cards too. I've hit the clear to 10. I hit the 50 green background, 50 mojo card, his jersey number, 50 out of 99. That's at PSA. I just been pulling Alvarez like it's nobody's business. He's one of those guys where I just continuously pull no matter what it is. Here's a quick look at, these are just a quick look, Dom, at some just base cards. Here's the refractors. So if you're looking for these, like, these are all, if you're grading, these are all cards. This is the Topps Chrome refractor. This is the silver foil base rookie. Here's the Halloween, the base. That's the base. Here's a nice patch with the blue stitching. This actually is pretty well centered. Top to bottom is a little off, but these are, pack pull. This was my hit. I constantly get Alvarez. So there's that one. Base. There's another one from the Series 1, I believe. Here's the Sepia. There's that. Here's a base Inception. And then I have another pile with all the hits, like the good stuff. But a lot of that good stuff I have ready for grading, and actually some of it's already sent out. I just been lucky in pulling the guy for some reason. Yeah, Dom, everybody does it. And again, there's no wrong way. I'm okay with someone making a ton of money, but if you're offering something that's different and you like it, who cares? Absolutely, Dom. What I'll do is, Dom, I'll just take pictures of everything I have, send them to you, and you tell me what you like, and whatever, we'll work something out, man. I'm not emotionally attached to these. I don't want to give them away for free, but if we can trade, we could trade. If not, I'll give you a great deal on buying something. Especially a lot of these cards, I have doubles. Like, that's a nice relic card. No need to go on eBay and buy that kind of stuff or overpay. I'll give you a better deal and let you take that. Let me show you my other Alvarez cards. I've got a stack here that's going for. Actually, this is a PSA stack that's going out. This has got the most recent cards in it. Let's see, Gorman. I know there was a Gorman. Someone was in here asking for Nolan Gorman. Wonder if I had a. No, it looks like all of my Alvarez's are out, meaning they're out at PSA, and I think I did pull a couple others that were somewhat new. Oops. Here we go. This is the card I pulled out of a box. This is I got to send this out. This one's actually in pretty nice shape. But that's the Matty Mervis orange. I pulled that from a silver pack. This is probably my second hit. A purple, no name, a gold that I gave to Sean, and this one in 3 years, 3 releases, 3 years, 21, 22, 20. I've never pulled parallels in the silver packs. Just chugged the 16-ounce Red Bull. Nice. Did you go diet this time? Yeah, that's awesome. And that's honestly that's what I did with Infuego. I just sent him a box of cards. Like, here's all my J Rods. Pick through them. Tell me what you want, and then we'll work a deal out. We're not sending big expensive cards out. You know, it's yeah. Like Torkelson had a better year. This is my Torkelson. I saved this card because he had a down season, and this was pulled up 4 of 5. That's a big card. You know, he started having a better year, so I have to send this back out. I was just going to sell it raw or just hang on to it because he kind of fizzled out. But him and Julio and Bobby Witt, the last 3 months of the freaking year, man, they came back to form and they started playing well. It was great to see. So here's another Boggs. There's a Boggs. I want to get it. He's got a sloppy signature. I'm not a big fan of Boggs as a signature, but I love Wade Boggs, that 83 crew. Yeah, cards like this I have sitting. I'm like, well, Nitto, he'll be back. He's going to play. So nice Lunar. Certain things I just don't grade. Here's one I was going to grade, Matty. Here's a Matty Mervis. It's a nice, I like the purple. Purple looks good with the blue. I don't think there's anything wrong with this card. No, this is a clean surface. I think I was going to send this one out. So Matty, if you're interested, I'm going to send this one out and then we can work something out. Probably just better that I send it with one of the orders. But yeah, it's pretty sharp. Yeah. And again, guys, if you can't afford to buy stuff, I'm open to trade. So, yeah, this was one of the rookies I pulled. I don't know if I'm going to send that out. Kostas had a great year. Pulled this recently. It's a Bailey Mother's Day, 29 of 50. Cards like this I just have sitting here. Not a big card, but it's, you know, it's a nice Adley. I collect certain cards, but this is the Adley relic. It's just a base. But I'd rather use that for trade bait. This I'm grading. This has got to get sent out. I have the pink set, but I graded the Tovar refractor base and it came back from my set of 10, so I'm keeping that. But this is that's going out. I finally got my my Venezuela sticker that's not been stuck on. I've been trying to find a copy that was affordable. It's low grade. These are always going to be low grade, but this is they're hard to find. They're out there, but they're 150 to 200-ish. And I was able to reach out to the guy. Not, you know, just these are like, it's basically like paper. It's just like it's almost like newspaper. It's so very thin, and these were stuck in books. That's how they were in Venezuela. These were all stuck in little magazines. But this is the oldest Kenny Lofton card for baseball. So there's the Venezuelan Lofton. So can't wait to get this one in a slab. I don't care if it's authentic, but this is just something I've been waiting for and waiting and waiting. I finally got one. Even if it's a rare card, you just got to be patient sometimes. Yeah, so I think in my PSA order that's coming back has all the Alvarez cards that I was getting. Yeah. Okay, so let's get in some cards. Let's open some packs. Rookie card explosion box. I usually do videos of these, but this is volume 60. Guys, if you're looking for a subscription box or anything like this, he does a great job, and trust me, when you watch Phil's videos, there's a couple of them where he's got his he's actually in his storage facility. He has cases and cases and cases. He's not just getting these boxes from random people. Hey, let me get a box of off shelf, box of that, and I'm going to sell the packs and repack them. He buys multiple cases sealed. And then he does his sorting, his packaging, and then he labels them. And they're all random. Everyone gets the same exact white box, the same exact sticker, and that's what you get. So you're getting usually anywhere from 6 to 8 packs, sometimes 9, 10, 11, depending on the product. But here's a good one. This is a jumbo pack, 13 cards, hobby, 2015 Chrome baseball. What hobby shop has this box on the shelf? It's a very expensive box. Who opens this box and says, here, pick through this? And then when your 3 autos are hit, or in this case, 5 autos, I don't know if it was 5 back then. Once those autos are hit and it's the regular guy going into the card shop, those rest of those packs, they sit and collect dust because no one's buying them because they all talk and they all know, hey, well, we hit all the hits out of there. That's why I like to number my boxes and let you guys pick. And I'm transparent with, hey, you know, like the Chrome box, the purple Heritage, it's still live. So Hobby 2023 Series 2, looking for Corbin Carroll. Here's the 18 holiday box. That's pretty cool. We could see if we get something good out of that one. Maybe a Ohtani or an Acuna. This is a hanger pack, and you can see still got the little tab on there from the peg. So it's a retail pack. 2021 Hobby. That's a good pack. There's the jumbo. There's the NPB. This is 2021. Good stuff there. And then there's also Hobby of 23 Chrome Update Series. So when you're breaking from full cases and full boxes, there's a lot of live action that you can get. He does a quick little snapshot on all the stuff that's available. He just lists like the cards, 15 Chrome Jumbo, Lindor, Correa. Okay, those are the hits, the rookies. But there's also live autos of tons of people. He just lists like the top 2 rookies because this is the rookie card explosion box and it is the chase box. Sometimes it's hard to get in here. 5 years, he's at 60 months. So still I've been waiting for, you know, sort of a bonus from Filmington, you know, on his 5-year anniversary. So shout out to Filmington. And also he's a numbers guy. He's a nut. He breaks down cards in baseball and stats, analytics better than anybody. Put a lot of time into it. Just check him out. Follow him on YouTube, Filmington. And then obviously RCEV is the hashtag for Instagram. So let's check this out. This is Chrome NPB. Let's see who we can get. Nice quality cards here. Got a refractor on the back. Let's check this out. Keto copy. Okay, Ron. Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too long, but I just figured I'd go live with this. Okay. This next one is Hideo Asamura. Don't know who these people are. So Takumi Kuriyami and a refractor. Oh, look at that. Seiya Suzuki. That's cool. Oh, I love that. That little mascot for the Reds. That's cool. Stadium Slugger, Seiya Suzuki, Hiroshima Toyo Carp. That's so cool. Oh, that's a neat looking card. That is cool. That's a Seiya that I've never seen before. Very cool. Okay. So that's that. All right, I'm going to sleeve up these other few cards while I got them. Yeah, so now that we're done ranting about certain packs and what Filmington does and stuff that people shout out in the hobby, you know, if I had 100 people here, would that spread a better word? Would that enlighten people? No. You're going to still do the same thing if I was saying something different. You should still have a good filter and put your own thoughts into it. But, you know, what is everybody picking up? What is everybody looking for in the, let's do this moment. What's everybody looking for in the off season now that we're in the off season? Everybody looking for certain releases, just still building sets, PC editions. Oops. Security tag. Okay, let's see if we got anything thick in here. It doesn't look like it. But let's see what we got. We got a Max Muncy, Matt Chapman, Cooch, Brendan Rodgers, number 22. Hey, Bobby Witt Jr. first. There we go. Bobby Witt. What up, Bobby? wrong with a Bobby Witt on a Saturday? Next week. Okay, there you go. Nice. So you like the 54 design? I do too. I love the 54 design. It's going to be awesome. So there's a nice Bobby Witt. There's Nolan Jones prospect now with the Rockies. Luciano, he's got about 30 prospect cards by this time. And Brennan Davis, not bad. When's he going to play? Soon, right? Okay, we got Yelich, Laureano, and yes, Stremski. Zach Thompson for the Cards. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Topps Chrome update here, 2023 hobby. Yeah. Tons of color, absolutely. Yeah, I finished my sets. I got a ton of extras. I finished my set for the first release. Okay, just a base pack here. We got Vinny P in the Rookie Cup debut. Nice. Casey Schmidt, rookie. Alcantara. And a Gus Varland rookie. Casey Schmidt rookie. That's Latino. Yeah, the first set was a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's expensive, but you're right. Find it when it's a good price because it went down and then it went back up once the Ohtani Acuna. So when there was a big dip, those boxes were $1,500, $1,800 for hobby, and then they went down to $1,100. Then they were down as low as I think $7. Now they're way back up. So the Acuna MVP and the Ohtani MVP, 2018 stuff. Just imagine if you just had cases of that. Oh, you're just writing checks for thousands. $60, $70 hobby boxes back then, worth over $1,000 and selling. It's the crazy part. All right, let's do this. We've opened a bunch of this stuff. Let's just pop one of these. See what we got here. See if we get lucky and get a hit. Maybe a gold or something. Ooh, we got a relic. Whoa. Hang on a second. We got a relic here. We got a hit. We have a hit. It's been a rough couple months with the RCEB. I was on a little roll there, but the last two have been very, 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 very mild. But we got a hit. The hit of the box in this pack is going to be Toglia, Peralta, Drew Waters, Miles Straw, and let's just flip it. Nice. That's cool. Nice red patch. Oh, it's numbered to 199. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that background here and here and here is the black. So this was the 199 Hunter Green. Very cool. Hunter Green. And that's like walking into a card shop and getting a pack with the only hit in the box. No auto, but this box particularly had a relic. But what's nice, when he bust opens a case, you're getting 4 to 5 autos, and the rest will have relics. You're getting all those case hits. You're getting all those guaranteed autos somewhere in this product. So someone's going to get them. And then if you follow them, a lot of people will post their hits with the hashtag RCEB. So that's cool. So there's those base cards. Let's put these over here. All right. Next, let's do this 21 Bowman hobby. See if we get a thicky here. Yeah, absolutely, LP. Whatever you want to do, a little stream, man. We'll bust open closets. Oh, we got a backwards thicky. It's a refractor. This may be an auto, or if not, it's a refractor to 499. This could be huge and it could be nothing. Marinate, baby. Come on, we'll get some K love and we'll put some Suzuki love on it. There we go. A little orange to 25 love next to it. Let that soak up. I want to do this last. Let's do this. I've opened a bunch of this back in the day. This is 2018 holiday. Let's see what we can pull out of here if we get anything good. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's good because most likely, Maddie, the dealer, the LCS, he shuffles the packs. Bob at B&B opens the box. They shuffle the packs right away. I've seen him sell Prism for $300-$400 a pack. The Zion years back in the day when that stuff was almost $4 or $5K a box. He opens it and he shuffles the packs and he puts them back and then he hands the box to the customer. So that's the way to do things. Let's see what we got here. A lot of cards here. Nice. We got Flaherty off the rip. Look at that. Jack Flaherty, rookie. That's cool. Corey Seager. Nice pose there, just diving in. 163 is the base. Okay. I haven't opened this in so long. There's an Odor. Salvi. Oh, we got a backwards something. This card's backwards. I have no idea why, but maybe that's normal. I don't know. Nice. Look at that. Walker Buehler rookie. So we got two of the best rookies so far. We still don't have Acuna and Ohtani, but we got two of the big ones. We got Buehler, Flaherty. Stroman, Yelly, Trey Turner. Wow, nice pack with some stars. Jesse Winker. Is that Salvi again, or is it the same one? I just hit a Salvi? No, I just moved it to the back. Okay. All right, let's flip this around. Let's see who this is. I don't know why it's backwards. Maybe it's just a short print or just a, oh, it's the foil. Okay, cool. Freddie Freeman. Nice. Freddie Freeman on the metallic snowflake / foil board, whatever they're calling it these days. This one I'm not too big a fan of. It's very grainy, and that stuff gets all over the other cards. Very scratch the surface. It's very embossed, very raised surface. But that's cool. Walker Buehler, Freeman, metallic, and the Flaherty. Cool. All right, so some pretty nice stars in here too. Some decent hit. The Turner, the Yelly, Seager. All right, let's do this Topps Chrome pack. This is, it's even got the old odds on there. Garrett Mitchell. Yeah, I'm interested in that, Matty, if you want to trade for something. I like Garrett Mitchell. I know it's not a big name now, but he was hurt, so. Yeah, for now, exactly. So crazy odds on this. Nice to see. 2011, yeah. I bought the box set, the mini diamond box set the other day. The anniversary stamp. I bought that complete set just to get the Freeman and the complete set, obviously. I don't know if we have anything thick here. This one card may be thick. I don't know. I can't tell. But it's on the back. We'll see what it is. Yeah, it's something thick. We got something thick here, boys and girls. We do have a hit of some sort. I don't know what it is. So let's go through these pretty slow because I have not opened this in the last decade. Well, it's 2015. Of course, the last decade. It's not even 2025. What the hell am I talking about? You know what I'm trying to say. I haven't opened this. Jordano Ventura. Nice. Hunter Strickland. He's still playing, right? Hunter Strickland, rookie. It's cool. Ozuna with Miami. LP, you need this one? Put that in your pile. I'll send that your way, buddy. Hope Diamonds. Yeah. This one just has the diamond anniversary stamp. It's like a silver stamp, kind of like the all-star stamp that you see on the 2023 complete sets. Just that stamp. It's not the true diamond anniversary, but it's that. Fister. Nick Castellanos, not bad. Perella, rookie card. Adrian Gonzalez. What is this card back here? Adrian Gonzalez. John Holtzcomb. I don't know who that is, but it's a rookie. Oh, look at that refractor. Nolan Arenado. Look at that. That is awesome. I like that a lot. Cueto, another good one. This ends in 8-6. I just want to see if it's a base, unless it's a short print. Yeah, 8-6. So it's just a base refractor, but we got a good one. It's a card I don't have, so love the Nolan. If you're gonna buy Nolan Arenado and you guys believe in him, well, you got another one. LP, you got a second one. Give it to your kid. You got a second one. I'll put it in your pile. Arenado, Cueto. Let's see what we have here. What is this? This is. Why is this card thick? Is it an auto? Who is this? Who is that? I don't know who this is. Red Sox pitcher, 2015. No, it's just a base card. No, it's got ink. Who is this? It's got ink. Anyone know who this is? It's a rookie. I don't know what that scribble's going to tell you. I don't know who this is. Excuse me. Anyone in the chat? Does anyone in the chat know who the hell this is? 15 rookie Red Sox. Boston. We got a hit. We got an auto. That's great. No clue. Me neither. Let's rip it. Oh, Matty Barnes. That's good. That's nice. Very cool. Matty Barnes on the rookie. Rookie ink base auto, nicely centered, little print line, but hey, that's a great card. Matty Barnes don't have that card, so you have to get that graded or maybe just put it up for sale or for trade. Matty Barnes. Okay, let's go through here again. We got the Cueto. That's a cool card. Dodgers, KC, Seattle, San Diego, Castellanos, Strickland, Cueto. I'm going to sleeve up this Arenado. Yeah, if you're into Arenado, now is the time to buy. There will never be a better time. I don't see the Cardinals having another down season. That's just not how that organization is, and probably not going to see his prices fall anymore. So the amount of gloves he's got, and he's over 300 homers now. I think in 2023 he got to 300 plus. So, we got to do this last hit, this last pack here. There's something thick in here. I don't know what it is, but it's in the middle. It's backwards. So we'll do this. Po Yu Chen, Marquez, Maddie, I'll put that in your pile. Nice Braylon Marquez rookie. Cabrian Hayes rookie. I like Cabrian. He's steady. All right, behind that we've got Manuel Beltre, and our hit is going to be, is it a rookie? Is it a relic? Oh, no, it's, oh, baby. Casey Mize, that is cool. Nice refractor to $4.99. So we got hits. We got hits. Alan, what's up, man? Just an impromptu live. We got the hits. We got the Casey Mize. This card beautiful too. This card's going out to PSA. This card is sharp as a tack. Nothing wrong with this card. Just a beautiful centered Casey Mize rookie refractor. He's coming back strong in 2024. Mark my words. And if not, I'm sure you guys will all let me know. Manuel Beltre. Don't remember this image. 607 is the first. Here's a first. It's also 607. Okay, so those are both base. Maddie, I'll throw that Braylon Marquez in your pile. Okay. All right, so we got the Cabrian Hayes rookie card. I think that one I'm going to keep. Put the rest of these in here. Toglia, Stanton, O'Hoppe, Thompson. There's a Brennan Davis. Matty Ice, I'll give you that. Throw that in your pile. Luciano. There's a Pascantino. There's a Schmidt. Varland. There's a Sandy Alcantara. There's a Bobby Witt. And then whatever these Japan cards are. I'm going to give these away at the end of my little show here. So whoever's going to be in the chat, you want to chill out and hang out, I'm going to give these away, this whole stack. Bobby Witt and everybody. So good luck to everybody. Keeping the Casey Mize. I like the Seiya. I like the Hunter Green. I'm going to have to just maybe trade bait that, dangle that over Matty Ice's head. Got the Casey Mize, the Cabrian Hayes. I'll tell you what, though. Like, this is a huge box. You guys don't realize, like, walking into a card shop and picking up 8 packs and hitting a box auto, hitting the box hit, and a hit out of the Bowman box. So that's 3 hits. 2 nice rookies, a good superstar in the Freeman. I don't have that. I'm going to hang on to that card. Flaherty, I don't have. Walker, I may need. But the Cabrian Hayes, and obviously the Witt too. You know, just a base, but there's other good hits in there. Some decent rookies. But overall, this is a really nice box of RCEB. Yeah. So we'll do a numbers game here shortly. I'm just going to go through another mail day package. So you saw that stuff. Let me grab my other packages that came in. I can sit inside. Some of my stuff came to the PO box. Out of here, my book bag ready to go. Okay, so I had 2 packages in here. We'll get into these next. And these were 2 a team break that I got in. It was buy a team, get a team, I think is what it was. Yeah, and you get skunked too, but you get 1 pack and you're pulling a 2014 orange rookie auto. I've pulled that before. not a big name, but you know, when you open it up, you see the orange, you see the rookie, and it's like, man, that could have been anybody. That could have been a $5,000 card in some of these boxes. And believe it or not, people still collect the rainbows and certain cards. I put these like no name hits on eBay from like 15, 16. Sometimes I have them on there for 5 minutes, and there are people that have saved searches. They're snatched up. And it's either they're doing a PC run, they're doing a rainbow, even guys that have no names. There's people that, oh, I went to high school with this kid. Hey, it's my friend. That's my grandson. The player themselves, they buy them. So when you see a hit, people say, oh, you know, this box sucked. You got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. Go get your extra 20, 25 bucks back from a card that could have been worth thousands or hundreds. You know, go get your money. What is this? So I got the Mariners, apparently. So here's my Cleveland hit. Here's a Peyton Battenfield out of Update. Going to go in the binder. So nice Peyton Battenfield, really small signature. This will go in the binder too. Not going to go after any more of his cards. He's now with the Yankees, but there's a Aqua Oscar Gonzalez. But I enjoy the variety, and Phil's a good guy. He's an honest guy. That's what matters to me. There's the Julio. The All-Star Game Chrome Update. Nice refractor. There's Rocchio for my Cleveland Indians. Okay. Nice. Good deal, Maddie. Yeah, pop the stuff in the chat. LP, what do you got coming up? Let me know when your next video is dropping. Drop your channel in the chat. LP. Matty Ice, Dom, you're a moderator now. I think I got everybody in here. Magnus, let me pop you in here too. Cool. I think I got everybody that's hanging out. There we go. Titus, what's up, my man? Titus back in the house. Titus, it's like 4 a.m. right now in the great land afar. He's out in China, or I'm sorry, in Japan. Dylan Moore. So I had the Mariners, and it looks like I got a whole bunch of hits, but I got a bunch of Dylan Moores. So I don't know if Dylan Moore, that's a really nice looking card. I know he just went to the Braves, but that is a sharp looking card. It just looks great. Look at that green. Absolutely, Dob. Yeah, because guys, when I'm on this, I'm pointing over here, but when I'm on this, I've got my, I've got you guys right here. So if I could show you guys my screens, my buddy Joe set me up with all this, the dual monitors and stuff, and the curved screens. It's really nice. I just don't know how to work any of it yet. I'm not good with technology, so he sets me up with stuff. But I've got you guys up here now. I can see everything, but I can't adjust, so I've got to go on my phone and then do all that moderator stuff because you can only do it on your YouTube account, which is kind of weird. But don't ask me about tech and the internet. Another Dylan Moore. So yeah, hopefully Dylan Moore gets a shot and starts to play well one day because got some pretty cool colors of Dylan Moore. All right, let's go through this next stack. What came in that same pile? Oh, here's another stack. I don't know. This must have been the base. Nice. Look at that. Julio. That's a pretty cool card. That's the, I don't know who these are from. I don't know where these came from. Honestly, I have no idea who these are from. I just took them out. I must have thrown the wrapper away. But there's a gold one then. Julio. Bunch of different Mariners cards. A-Rod, another A-Rod. Moncada. So I guess I had the White Sox as well. There's a Lou Bob prospect. He's another good buy low. His stuff's starting to go back up, but look at his season that he had. Fully healthy, 143 games, I think. Don't hold me to that, but had a good season. And yeah, on a horrible team too. The team is so bad, and he's just he's playing for what he's playing up to speed for what he's worth. You know, like what they're paying him. There's some Indians. Here's a Bivey, Battenfields, some base. Yeah, I guess I had the Miami Marlins in here. Edwards, Jazz Chisholm, everybody's favorite. Love Jazz. Groshans. KC, I must have had KC as well. No hits out of the KC box. George Brett. Okay, so that must have just been the base from those hits. I'm not sure what I got into, but whatever. All right, let's open up these. Let's see. Orlando, what's up, man? Hey, I commented and I was watching eating Taco Bell last night at like 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I was eating Taco Bell, and I was listening to the new roundtable. Well, the 4 collectors, but it was just 3 of you, so I call it a roundtable. Yes, guys, please drop your stuff in the chats. A collector's dream. Edit as a moderator. So, Orlando, if you want to drop your channel in there, you're a moderator now. Just click on your name on YouTube, hit the share button, copy that link, and just paste it right in here into the chat. Guys, if you're not following Orlando, and even if vintage cards is not your thing, it's totally fine. You'll still learn a lot. An amazing collection, just some great cards. Orlando, I believe you said you're coming to the Strongsville show. We'll have to get together. Dan's Vintage Cards. I know he's coming to it as well. Maybe we can get together and do lunch or dinner after one of the nights there. There's a couple of decent restaurants that are right near there. And I'm about 15 minutes away from that show. And downtown Cleveland's about 20 minutes away. So these are 2 pickups that I'm working out a deal for a large Cleveland collection with. And I didn't need the entire set because I think I could find the set ungraded. And I just wanted to get a couple key cards. So when I saw these 2, no one was bidding. And I think people were just thinking, well, a lot of people may have already had this set, so it kind of went unrecognized, and it was on there for days. Nobody said anything, so I was like, well, hey, do you want to break the setup and sell some singles? Because I've got the Clemente and a couple others, but for the price, I couldn't pass them up. Let me just close this window. Matty Ice, if you don't mind, if you want to drop it in there for Orlando and just put in his channel for him, you could do that too. I know Matty's really good about that stuff. So let me just adjust something here before I pull these out. Okay. There we go. Yeah, guys, take a second to click on the link that Matty Ice just dropped. That's Orlando. Just give him a follow. He's 40 away. He's got a great giveaway too. Really nice stand-up. 2 cards actually. So, God, I can't remember his name. I was just watching him. Matty, if you know what I'm talking about, Orlando, drop in the name of with the lightning bolt. His avatar is the lightning bolt. The 2,000 subscriber giveaway that you guys are doing. I believe he was about 35 to 40 away not too long ago. So yeah, I want to say, Jesus, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Awesome. Yeah, guys, please let me know. LP, we'll meet up. We're going to do something. The Indians are in town. So if you guys do come the day early, I think they're there till Thursday and then they leave. But I was thinking about getting a group together for a game because the tickets that I have are only 4 seats and we'll have more than 4 people. But it'd be nice to get everybody together. For the people that do come a little early, because I know obviously the Nationals Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I believe they leave Thursday, so the last home game is Thursday, which, again, would have been nice to have them there for the whole weekend to get a lot of that traffic from the National in there. But if people are coming in Thursday, it'd be great to go to a game. And then I I was going to email them and see if we can get like a group package and just get a nice section going, especially for a Thursday game. There'll be plenty of room, and there'll be plenty of spots in the stadium that we can snag a nice section to get together and hang out and get a game. And the tickets are so cheap too, especially mid-season like that on a Thursday. Man, they're great. They won't be expensive at all. And we may even be able to get a discount too with a group rate. Just have to reach out to them, and the ticket group that I'm in has a rep that they've known for a long time that has a good relationship. So I'll email the guy that runs it for us and see if he can do something. I think that would be a lot of fun. Worst case, we could set something up, get together somewhere outside of the National for a night out for some drinks or something like that. But that would be pretty cool. I even thought about doing, just some personal people that I've got to know really well on here, maybe do a poker night. And everyone brings a card of like $100 value for the entry. And then we do a poker night, Texas Hold'em tournament style, and maybe have a card game of some sort. I think that might be fun. We could do something like that. And then, the prizes will be the actual cards, we could break down into a tier or whatever. So that'll be your entry fee, and just something that's slabbed and graded by either SGC or PSA, modern, vintage, whatever, and just $100 value at least. And then that's your entry fee to the tournament. I think that would be kind of fun. But yeah, there's a lot of things we could do. A lot of different things that we could do. Let's see here. There it is. There we go. All right, I got this stupid pop-up on this thing. Give me a second here. Just got to get rid of this thing. We've got too much going on right now. I got to clear the screen off before I show these off and get into a rip. Okay. All right, let's see. Got to call my guy, my tech support guy. This is just the most annoying thing, having these dual monitors and everything. Too high tech for me. I like the simple throw a phone on and go. Okay, so other than throwing this thing into the street, which is probably not a good idea, it's just going to be stuck there. So, well, whatever. I don't need to see. You guys can see. That's all that matters. I'll just look off my phone. We'll do that. Okay, first up, here we go. Here is the mantle in the 68 Topps Giants. So just a nice looking graded example. Happy to have this one. The copy that I had last and sold, it was just not, it was rough, and these aren't that expensive. So if you're looking to get into an entry level mantle and you want something that's oversized, I mean, to get this oversized graded, these got to be $40+ just to get this slabbed up, just the cost of grading alone. So nice 7 there. And this one, probably my favorite. Well, Hank Aaron's my favorite player of all time. So pretty much everything's awesome when it comes to Hank Aaron. This is just a beautiful copy. I love it. This one's great. Just a cool card. Big fan of these, so happy to get these into the collection. I'm going to leave these right up here for now. I have You know what? I'm gonna grab these cards that I have. So 1 second. Let me grab something else here. I've got I had a box sitting out somewhere. So here's a couple of Clementes. So this one has like an ink spot here, which I'm okay with as long as it's away from the face. Other people may not mind, but here's the roller marks. You can see the 2 roller marks on how these were printed and manufactured. So hopefully that shows some good light there. A little bit of a corner wrinkle right here, but still a nice Clemente card, you know, from 64 Topps. No creases, no major stuff, but it's got a little dimple here and 2 lines. So this is one I'm gonna put up for sale. I think it's these are just affordable, and they're not going to break the bank like a regular 64 card would. You know, the regular 64 release, these are going to be a lot cheaper. Yeah, and then this one's a lot nicer, I believe. A little bit brighter in the white corner or white edges too. The border is a little bit nicer. So this one's really sharp, good corners, but it's got that like line here, which is fine. It doesn't bother me as long as it's away. It's not running across the player's face. I don't mind a crease or a wrinkle if it's down below the face. But nice images on the back, write-ups and stats. And you can see it says Bob batted 311 instead of, you know, Roberto Clemente, but it's got the Bob Clemente down there. And he's got that on a few of his cards. I don't think he liked that, but I know I'm sure there's a story behind it. Orlando may know about that story too. So yeah, so I've got a couple of these. I'm gonna sell this one. And again, these are really affordable. You're not gonna break the bank. I don't know what that goes for, 25, 30 bucks maybe. I don't know. I haven't priced this stuff out so long. But there's a certain couple of guys who I'll get graded in this set, you know, the Clemente. And it's honestly, it's like I should just probably sell these 2 and buy the Clemente graded, because the grading on these things are so expensive now with that size of a holder. But I would just display like the top 4 players or top 2 or 3. But I got this in a lot collection, so that's why I have these. So there's the Clementes. There's the Hank Aaron. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the awesome Orlando. Yeah. We'll have to exchange emails. Orlando, if you just want to shoot me a message, just AC, like Arnie Chura, AC at thecarddeal.com. So AC, and then that right there is my email. If I can drop it in. I can't get to this other screen somehow. I did something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to mess with that now. Okay, I'm gonna grab this box of vintage, the stuff that I had sitting around. And these are all cards that I've got from collections that are doubles. I don't think there's anything that's, you know, that I'm keeping in the sense that I've already got it from my set. You know, here's just stuff that I have. I just mark it low end, raw vintage doubles to sell as a lot. Some of it's really beater stuff, but believe it or not, a lot of people will build sets and, you know, they may not have the money for the higher end stuff. And they may not want a 7 for their Mantle or their Aaron or their Maze. They want to keep the set uniform and they want a low grade. So if the whole entire set is VG or poor or fair or whatever the grade may be in their mind, right? They want stuff with the rounded edges, the corner touches. You know, here's a good card with some paper loss. You know, it's not a big card. It's nice if it's a 7 or an 8, right? But here's a good card that looks nice and it'll go great in a binder and it's cheap. So these are the kind of things that I wait for people to post, like wants and needs and things like that. And I've got nicer ones that are all card savered up if people want to build a set and want different conditions. Because my thing was buying collections, getting bigger lots, acquiring the stuff that I want, selling off the stuff that I don't need to kind of recoup the cost. And you put the work in and you spend less, but you have to put the work in. And this is nothing but work. This is time, money, energy, everything. There's a lot of 64s, some 63s. This is just one collection that I sorted by year, and then I'll break it down into lots by the actual year, release, Topps or Bowman. But you're not going to find, crazy stuff in here. There's some nicer stuff in the front. But then you get to here. Here's a decent 6 Series checklist. That's no creases. Got some little corner touches, but it's nicely centered. So that's a nice VG card that somebody can get into with a great centering. Just looks good. Nice power for Ernie, Maz, Cepeda's on here. I like seeing some of the names too. Here's some nice umpire cards back in the day. This is the 55 Bowman, known as the TV set. So there's some 55 Bowman, some real beaters in here. Then there's some decent ones snuck in and stuff like that. But these are good to sell in lots to people, And there's guys that will buy these for cheap, and then they'll just sell them for 50 cents buck a card, whatever, at a show. And sometimes people just want a player from their team, whatever it may be. And there's some more decent stuff back here, but I have to go through. Make some more room on this side. Here's a nice Jim Hunter, and these are tough with the thin borders all the way around, tough to get centered. Brock, another Hunter, Brock, Baylor, Necro, Birdie. Great signature. If you ever see his signature, it's really, really nice. I love some of these Hall of Famers. These guys their signatures are beautiful. I really like that stuff. Here's some really nice. These still have that. Man, when you smell them, they got that bubblegum smell. These were not vending. These were definitely wax pack. But, look at this card. These are some sharp cards. These are some decent looking 80s cards. So they're sharp. Some might have some centering issues, but if you're putting a set together and you just want to upgrade. Oh, grade worthy. I've got like 3 or 4 sets of 73. That's my absolute favorite. Sammy Thunder. Thank you, Orlando. There's the chat. It's back. Delo's starting his break. Cool. I'll head over there in a little bit. Just want to rummage through this box. But yeah, these are cards this is just, you look at these, it's like, wow, these are really, really sharp, It's got a little touch on that corner, but I probably should take better care of these because this thing's centered up like this, There's people that will buy these high-grade examples for their set, I was born in 80. So there's guys that, hey, I was born in 80. I'm going to do this set in all PSA 9s. There's people out there that do it. It's wild to me, but they do it, These are packed fresh. They still got that nice feel to them. There's a whole bunch of these. Still got that sharp edge feel. It's going to be tough to find cards like that. Actually, this thing is super, super nice. Madlock, not a bad player. I'll throw a sleeve on this one. Yeah, these are some pretty nice looking cards. Nice. That's cool. Good. Yeah, we'll have to get together. Yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. Yeah. There's Gossage, Templeton. There's some team cards. There's a Necro. Yeah, really nice. Nice. Freddie Lynn. Who is the only player to have Rookie of the Year and MVP award? Freddie Lynn, and who else? Who is the second player? Only 2 to do it in the history of baseball. Fred Lynn, 75, Rookie of the Year and MVP. He's a little bit more of a modern player. Not too modern, but he's modern. It's a nice Freddie Lynn All-Star. Look at this. Nice checklist. Yeah, these were all wax packs. You can see this is from 1980. This was the scratch offs. These are valuable. People collect these. I just throw them in my binder, but people actually grade these. Because these were all scratched and thrown away from 1980. Ichiro, there you go. That's it. Ichiro and Fred Lynn. You got it. I figured LP would know that one quickly. I was just waiting for seeing if he's still awake. Here's an 83. So this is what the 83 looked like. I saved this stuff. I like it. I think it's all a part of baseball. The coin card from 57 Topps. I have that with my binder set. There's like a keychain coin thing from Topps with the penny on there, the penny card. I believe it's a keychain maybe. Haven't looked at it in a while. Could be something different. There's a little OC, sharp on this side, but look, it just got damaged in the box, But look how sharp that part of the card is. Yeah, this is just stuff thrown in. There's a nice Jack Clark actually with a little corner tip. These must have been cards I went through quickly that had a little flaw to them and just tossed them in a box by the year. So let's keep going down as the years get older. See what we got in here. Nice. There's a Hank Aaron. This is the mid 70s stuff. Hank Aaron. There's the Cobb Sisler. Lasorda. 81, is it 78 Dodgers? 79. Guidry, Jim Rice. There's Carew and Parker. Man, when's Parker getting the Hall of Fame? Carlton. Bunch of nice Carltons here. Young. There's McCovey. I love this old stuff. I know it's not too old, but I just love the cards here. Gary Carter, rest in peace there. Mike Schmidt. Yaz. Thuder. Gossage. Winfield. Reggie. What's this one? Bochy. Look at that. Nice. That's an old photo. Keith Hernandez. Did everybody think of Seinfeld when they hear Keith Hernandez? There's a handful of Catfish Hunters right there. A bunch of those. Let's see what else is in here. Work our way down. Just got this row box and I'll wrap things up. This is O-Pee-Chee. I was going to say these feel funny. So these are O-Pee-Chee. Wax pack for sure. There's some gum. There's a stick of gum that was on that one. This one I sleeved up. I thought probably was really nice. It's got that rough cut edge, but hey, it's still a nice pack fresh vintage card. There's a Seaver, cloth packs. These are the cloth. There's a Tom Seaver. Very cool. Tom Seaver. This also comes in the cloth packs. This is like the checklist. It's got the gum residue. Nice checklist. Some pretty nice stars in here. Hunter, Bird Fidrich is in here. Rusty Staub, Sutton, Tiant, Jim Palmer. I believe Ryan's in here too. Is Nolan Ryan in here? These are alphabetical. Yeah, Nolan Ryan and Mike Schmidt. Those are probably the two best. And this is kind of like a puzzle piece to put together with the team image. All-star lineup. Necro. Oh, there's Raleigh Fingers. There's the bird right here. Look at that. That's cool. Aaron Maddox. He was not bad. I like the floating heads. I like that. Those team cards. I really think they should bring back the team cards, not the team cards like an action shot where it says, Aaron Judge giving high fives to, somebody or bumping fists, but a team card with just the true team photo. There's Molitor. Here's a Murphy and Parrish. A couple of Eddie Murrays. There's the Walter Johnson. Brock and Brock. Season and career. That's cool. He's dual on that card. I never recognized that. There's the Aaron and the Maris. Yeah. So I got to get these cards listed because I have all these. These are good cards that, I'll let go cheap, and I'd rather have them see them in other people's collections. Orlando, please tell me, what is this from? I got this in a lot. It wasn't the reason I bought it, but it was in there. Orlando, what is this? It's got, I don't know if they're all like this on the background, but was this a cutout of a sheet with an image on the back, and then this was on the reverse? I want to say this is from the 70s, maybe. Could be the 60s, but I think it's from the 70s. I figured you would know. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is from, but I just thought it was cool. It was in a lot of just random stuff I got in an auction lot that was cheap. Nobody was bidding on it. Well, here's some nice 73s. Alan, if you're still in here on the 73s, here's Carlton, Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson, Jenkins, Killer Brew. He's actually got really good centering. Tony Perez, Fregosi, Harry, Vita Blue at Aparicio. These looks like a nice lot here. Chambliss for the Indians. Looks like there's some more commons. Oh, there's a Clemente. Card 50, kind of iconic. This image was from, he didn't play in 73, so this is from 72. Was this a spring training image? Because they didn't have anything from 73 for him, obviously. Hunter, Torrey. Let me know what condition you're looking for. Alan, just shoot me an email and let me know if you got a list or something like that. I can work on for you and give you a price or trade, whatever you want to do. I've got a ton. I just need to know the condition. I don't want to send you a bunch of stuff that's too nice or, you know, too beat up. You know what you're looking to fill. Conditions vary. Here's a George Brett. This is from, probably pop this into one of the sets I have. That's a filler card. Well, there's the Seeper again. Yeah. Put these back in order. They're ordered by year. Let's work our way down. Let's see what we got here. Here's some more 71s, 72s. This is I believe, yeah, this is an O-Pee-Chee card. I don't know why this is in here, but this is a nicely centered O-Pee-Chee. I'm keeping this one. I don't know why this is in here. Maybe that's why I had sleeved up. Stargell, Aaron. Not very valuable. You can get some good deals on this stuff. I'm drinking. That's awesome. I'm playing cards later. I probably have some drinks later, but that's a cool Hank Aaron up there. There's an in action. There's a Willie Mays, Killebrew, Buckner. I love that trophy. Concepcion, maybe a Hall of Famer one day. Tony Perez, Covey. Clemente, he wasn't having it that day. He was not liking that call. Clemente was not having it. Stargell, Palmer, Marshall. We got here Rusty Torres. Lee Davis is a high number? No, these aren't. These are, there's a high number. Hanson's a high number. Horton, these are all high numbers here. 730, 750. Bobby Bonds, I know, is a high number. 711, yep. These are some decent high numbers, some mid-grade stuff. Nice team card for the A's. Oscar Gamble. 400 series. There's a Santo. E3. Yeah, and I've got much more of this stuff organized that's by, you know, this is just stuff that I kind of fill up a nice 800 count box, and then I'll go one day, go to the basement and put everything in the row boxes. We're all numbered and stuff. Pull out stuff that's worth grading. Pull out stuff that I'm going to keep. Pull out stuff that I have doubles of. Like all these are all doubles. All this stuff should be off the collectors somewhere. I know it's marked up, but it's still a Mantle checklist. This is still someone, you know, someone can enjoy that card. Juan here in the 68. This is cool. Clemente with Oliva. Another Clemente All-Star. This is low-grade stuff, but still, you know, people that are getting into vintage, these are just nice entry-level cards. This actually is not bad. You know, 3-grade range. It's under a little bit under VG, but these are affordable cards. You know, you're not going to break the bank with stuff like this. Hank Aaron, Morgan. Here's a nice the game card, the 68 game. A little staining here. Here's a nice 69 bench. A lot of people like the 69 over the 68 because it's a dual card. This is just a really iconic image. I upgraded mine last year. I'm really happy with it. To an 8, SGC 8. It's pretty pearl white, really nice card. I believe Orlando, didn't you just upgrade? Melch, what's up, man? Orlando, didn't you just upgrade your 69? Didn't you get a really nice 8.5, I believe, or a 9 in this? I believe you showed that off not too long ago when I was watching your channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a really nice 69. But yeah, here's a 69 rookie. That's Reggie Jackson. A little staining on it. Yeah. It's cool, though. Affordable. Mel Stoudemire. White Wilhelm. Here's a Munson rookie. Less preferable over the horizontal card, but that's the true rookie for him. McCovey, Necro, Bill Maz. I like this image here. That's one of my favorites for Bill. Pretty cool card. There's a Maz, Sparky Lyle, Campaneris. There's a Carew, nicely centered. These years are just tough to get centered cards, but that's a good looking Carew. 8.5, nice. Yeah, I got an 8. I believe I got an 8. Yeah, that's what I had, an 8.5. Awesome card. I love the, and it's just really, the borders are really, really pure and white. So I was happy to upgrade it. I sold my other copy and then used that money towards that. There's another Clemente. Pete Rose. This is a tough card to get centered. Here's a low-grade copy. Big old wrinkle up here, but this card sells. You try to price this card at a 9 right here. Good luck. You're going to open your wallet for that one. Certain cards, man. There's a Pinson. Here's a Hank Aaron, Garvey. Here's a Seaver. Sleep on that too. Yeah, this is like a catch-all box that I kind of went through and just put it all together by year, and then I'll get to it one day. Nice Steve Garvey, Hank Aaron. I got to basically go through it and then break it down by year. So let's work our way down here. These are some low-grade. There's a Stargell rookie. That's a beater. It's a beater, but it's a Stargell rookie. And honestly, like, to sell this, I'd rather sell it and say, hey, if you want to get it slabbed up, just send it to SGC for $15. Put it in the slab. It'll come back probably a 1 or a 2. But if you like Stargell and it's not going to break the bank, 71's pissed me off. I've got 3 7s that are Hank Aaron's. I'm just done with that card. I'm just going to buy like a 9 and sell all of them that I have and buy like an 8 or a 9. Just get the one I want. I can never get that card. It's always off left to right. But I'm a freak with Hank Aaron. So certain cards, I don't care if it's a low grade. Give me a 5 that's centered. I'll give you my 7 that's off centered for a 5 or a 6. That's dead centered any day of the week. Here's a Gaylord Perry, big old crease down the middle. This thing's like folded. Look at that crease. So, but again, these are cards that people, want to get into vintage. These are great cards for collectors that you don't have to break the bank and spend a boatload of money. Get your collection going. Some of these team cards are tough to get. These actually are not terrible. There's a Mantle, AL Bombers. Put this one in a sleeve. This is a low-grade copy. It's got a stain right here. Actually, you know what? I don't know if this card's even creased up. I'm not seeing a crease on this. Little scratch here, but, this might be a nice 2 with the staining, the wax on the back. You see the shine there? Got some wax. Oh, there's a wrinkle back here. Okay, there it is. Yeah. It's very faint here, but you can see it right on the back. It's definitely a heavy back crease. So, whatever. Still probably a nice 2, and that's one of those cards. It's the 12-inch roll, the 1-foot roll. You hold it back here. Wow, that's a decent looking card. You bring it up here, Melch, no. What I do is if I see a 6 or a 7 and I have a 5 for my star cards in my set, like if I've got my binder of whatever, I got my 55 Bowman set, it's complete. I open it up. If I've got a Willie Mays that's a 3 and I come across a good deal that's a 4 and it looks a little bit nicer on centering and it's a little bit higher grade, but maybe $200 more, I'd rather buy that card, upgrade my card because I know I'm liquid, pop that card out of my slab holder in my binder page, and then I'll sell that for whatever, let's call it $300, and I spend $450 on that other one. I'll do that every day of the week. So that's where I focus on pretty much my collection. I focus on upgrading the cards that I already have and upgrading the commons and singles where, hey, it's a sharp card. It looks good. I'm happy with it, but it's whatever. The centering's not up to par. Well, give me a guard that's a little bit lower grade. I'll swap that out in my binder. So my binders are never done. They're always a work in process. There's no such thing as a complete set unless you have Gem Mint 10s of every card. There's always a better card out there. So I love set building simply because I can go to a show or buy a collection and say, I've got a set of 75s, but man, these are really nice. Let me swap these out and then resell them. And I may upgrade 30 cards in my set and only have spent $40 with putting in the work. So that's kind of how I focus on all my vintage stuff. I've been doing that a long time. I took advice from other people years ago where it's like, go get the Mantle, go get the Mays, go get the Aaron, and then build your set. Because if you wait 5 years to build your set, this card and this card is not getting cheaper. If anything, it'll go up, but it's not going to get cheaper. We've seen that. History has repeated itself. We know that for a fact. Could it go down? Sure, anything can go down, but you get my point. Likely speaking, it's not going to happen. So when I got my 56, I got my Aaron, my Mays, all that stuff. Koufax, all those guys. I have all the cards, and then I build the set around those cards. I don't get lots of commons and then go, okay, now I'll get the Clemente, or now I'll get the Mantle. I do it the exact opposite because you're going to just find yourself way behind the eight ball with buying cards that way. So there's a nice Willie Mays there, decent grade. You know, again, just decent cards, not a bad looking card. You know, probably a nice 2 or 3, but it looks good. You know, these are good affordable cards that people can get into. There's a Roger Maris. A little wrinkle by his hat, but it's a nice Roger Maris, rounded corners. You know, that's a nice card for a couple bucks that somebody can buy and put into their book or put on the stand. You know, you don't have to buy a PSA 7 or 8 and break the bank. Norm Cash. Here's a Palmer rookie. This actually, it looks pretty good. I don't know why this is in here. Is that on the penny sleeve? Hang on a second. I got to take this out. Give me a second here. This has got one of those foldable flap sleeves on it. Some of these cards got to go in a different pile. I missed some here and there, and I just got to put them in a pile for grading. But let's see. Little dimple right here, but man, look at the centering on this card. Like if that, I'd rather have this than a sharp 7 or 8 that's off centered. I'd rather have this if this comes back a 5. That's just a great looking card centered up. So let me grab card savers real quick. Yeah, I prefer that strategy, but that's a good looking card. Oh yeah, Mantle sucks. Mantle's tough, you know, and it's okay. I get it. The Triple Crown year, all this good stuff. Did you guys see the real photo of that? I was closer to catching that ball, and I was born in 1980. I was closer to catching that baseball in the 56 Topps Mickey Mantle than he was, and I wasn't even born yet. No, I know they're grading tougher now. I don't look at the grades. I always look at the card. I don't care what the number says. Honestly, I don't. I mean, I care when I got to pay for it. I get it. But I'll be honest. If I think something's undergraded or overgraded, you know, I'll say it's a weak 7 or a strong 7, that type of deal. Why this thing's just sitting here with no sleeve on it. This card is really nice. This card's really, really nice. Jeez. Norm Cash. Yeah. Yeah, there's some sneaky stuff in here that's decent. Brooks Robinson, man, he always had that face. He always had that face. He didn't do him justice in that 50, was it 58 top? Jesus, 58, second year. Poor guy. I mean, that image is just not good. I wish they would have done a different one, but hey, it's a part of history. It's a part of baseball. Bunch of 62s. I think there's some of those green tints in here. I'm sure you guys have seen those. They stand out when you see one. That looks, well, I don't know if that's one or not, but I'd have to see the other image next to it. When it's side by side, you can really tell the difference with the green tint. There's a McCovey, Jello. Got a big old cutness in here, but still, these are hand cut cards, authentic. Oh, I got this in an auction. Here's a couple sitting over here. Got these in auction, really, really cheap. No one was bidding on this stuff. So I got them for like under $10. Oh, that's awesome, LP. That's great, man. Yeah, those are the cards that you couldn't pry out of my dead hands. My dad did comic books, so my dad didn't have baseball cards, so I did all this on my own. But I started collecting when I was about 9 or 10 years old, 89, 88, 89, 90, 87s. In that era, I got some cards, and then 88, whatever. By 10 years old in 1990, I was buying boxes and selling packs for $0.25 at my school and getting in trouble and all that stuff. So, but this is a nice Pappas. Here's a Tito Francona. Probably my favorite Tito image with the dual bats, me in the dugout. It's got some snow and all that stuff, but it's just a good card with his ink pen here. But clean. This one's really nice. Nice blue pen. So Pretty cool. Yeah, these are things that I'm obviously that were in this collection that I'm. Some of them were in lots. Some of it's from the collection. Some of it's from lots and auctions. I'll buy like the cheap lots where no one's kind of going for them, and it has some beater stuff. But I'll see a decent card in there, and other people probably have it. But for me, it's like, well, I'll take that card and sell it and help pay for some of this other stuff. Some of these you got to watch though when you feel them. Some of them are cut small. You got to be careful. Take the card, grab a fresh deck of some nice 2023 cards where they're all nice and uniform. Throw these in there, and you can feel if it's high or low or trimmed and stuff like that. Really easy way to tell. But there's a nice Clemente. Here's a great card. It's got a line right here, but no creases. Really miscut, but it's sharp, and you can feel how sharp it is too. But the centering is good left to right. If you know the cards, you know how thick these borders should be. But when you see one that's like this size and then real thin over here, you could tell the card's been trimmed if you just know the card or know the set. But here's one that's like, it's a great Clemente. I mean, for very cheap, for a couple bucks, just to have the card. It's entry level stuff. Don Mossy, always made fun of these guys with the ears. Like, he did have some big ears, but yeah, he played for the Tribe. Nelly Fox, Persol. There's Tito. Wait a second. What do we got here? Is that the 61? Wait a second. What do we got going on here, Tito? I just noticed that. Look at this. Is that the same guy? I know Topps used a lot of images, but I never noticed this on Francona. Look at that. Exactly. And the vending sizes are cut smaller too, Orlando. You get a vending box, it doesn't mean that it's trimmed. It's within tolerance, but it's not trimmed. It's not a trimmed card. It's just they cut them that way for the vending cases. Get a vending box from 1988, a cheap one, $10, open it up. They're not all going to be the same. It's just how they were. I've had them do that to me. PSA do that to me on a 1996. I busted a box to Pulling Jeter rookies, the foil card, 96 leaf. They tell me it was trimmed. I sent it back in. I got a 9. I still have the card today. I pulled it out of a pack on my channel. I opened a box for myself, put it in the penny sleeve, sent it off, and got minimum size. I sent it back, and I've got the card. Yeah, quality control is guys like us drinking a beer at lunchtime and then going back and hitting the print button. You know what I mean? Like, they were not doing any of that stuff. But yeah, I just realized that this is well, he's got his bat and someone number 10. So 14 is Francona's bat, I believe. And then 10, I don't know who number 10 would be in the 60s. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, this clearly is the same image. You clearly have the same guy's shirt back there and a little movement there, a different angle and a little darker. But that's cool. I'm going to just slide this back in here on the back side just so I can compare that later, maybe read up on it, see if I can find anything. The Indian stuff interests me. So, but yeah, a couple of nice Gene Woodlings in here. These are just decent cards for somebody's set. Pride of the A's. There's Hank Bauer in the middle. After the Yanks went over to the A's, I guess. Didn't know that, but do now. Frank Howard. Bobby Shantz. Checklist on Mark. That's cool. Roy Face. Okay, let's see if we got anything else in here. There's some 61s. Actually, this one I need to. This one's really nice. Wow, look at the centering on this card. I gotta take this one out. I'm gonna get this one graded. Mine may not be as nice as this. I may upgrade this. Yeah, this is part. I think these are the ones that I must have went through at one time and realized that these are a little bit nicer than what should be in this box. So I think I just set them aside maybe to get take a second look maybe. So yeah, if you know this set, this card's not been trimmed. You could just see obviously the centering. Yeah, and I always tell people, watch out for cards with 3 rough edges and 1 razor sharp edge, just so they had an ability to trim a corner. It's very simple. I'm going to do a video on this. I'm not telling any of the guys back in this chat right now, especially Orlando. I'm not telling you anything new. But here's a good way not get burned on vintage cards. and I just have to post a video. So give me a second to find this card. And these are cards that I purchased for myself. You know, here's a good one. Here's a good one right here. This is not minimum sized. There's nothing minimum sized about this card. Top to bottom is perfect. Left to right is way off center, maybe 70-30. There's nothing wrong with this card. There's a stain back here. I just wanted to sell this slabbed up because if it's a 2 or a 3, you know, I'd rather let the person know, hey, I want to buy a 2 or 3 that's in my budget. It's a good looking card and it's slabbed up. I could sell it to you and point out all the defects, but it takes time. It's easier to spend $15, throw it in the SGC slab. It's a 2 or a 3. Here you go, whatever, $75. I don't know what they're going for, but that's the point of this. So my point is that you know damn well, and everybody knows right here that I can make a video of this card, send this exact card off. We know what it is. It's this, it's all these things. We can point them out, characteristics. You see the stain right there by the 100,000. And this is going to get slabbed. It's that simple. You know, here's another one. Lou Boudreau, this is my grandma's favorite player. This is who she would talk about when I would talk baseball with her. But card's not minimum sized. This card's got a big old chunk in the corner here. You know, it's got like an indent. It's got staining all over it. I just want this in a slab because certain sets I'm not doing. They're so expensive, but I want my Indians run, right? I just want them slabbed up. If it says a 1 or a 7, I don't care. It's just I need the card slabbed up. But there's this card. Look at every edge. It's got that factory rough cut on every single edge. You know, toning, staining, chipping. Really, you really think I'm trimming this card up? Minimum size my ass. You know? Absolutely, Maddie. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm just going to ramble on a little bit and go through some more cards, and then I'm going to go shower up and get some work done and get some lunch and try to make a little money today. Got a card game later myself. But yeah, Orlando, I'm sure you know how these guys are with these cards. It's like some of the stuff is ridiculous. So here's a nice Willie Mays. This is definitely in here to get graded. So I don't know why this is in here, but this is actually a really nice copy. It's got a small wrinkle right here by the L, but it's a good card. Just look at that. It's just a nice looking Willie Mays. It's got that little wrinkle. So I'm hoping to get a 4 on this with that wrinkle. I think it still deserves a 4 with the corners and the surface, and there's no staining. There's no other creasing. It's just a nice card. I think that should be that's funny. Oh, that's great. Yeah, exactly, Orlando. Yeah, certain cards, you know, you just grade with SGC. Certain cards you grade here and there. And a lot of people, you know, you got to watch too. Let me tell you this, but you have to watch on SGC. SGC, you definitely have to watch when it comes to the vintage, because I've seen a lot of cards. I've seen some cards that are like 6s, and I look at them and go, man, that's not with that stain. It's different if it's a 51 Bowman, couple cards in a pack. Every 50% of the deck or the set is got ink stains on it, you know, because there's only 2 cards per pack, or whatever year it was had 2 cards. 50% of the production run, they're in wax boxes. And the back of the pack, half the cards are going to be stained. So there's certain sets that do accommodate where, hey, we're not going to ding you for that wax stain 51 Bowman with the mantle and things like that. I get that. I'm talking specific cards, even from the 70s. I see, I'll look at some of them, and it's not just PSA, it's not just SGC, it's everybody. They're horrible. When I say horrible, these cards are so bad. They're just not. They're not what the sticker says. So never buy that grade. Never buy the sticker. Look at the cards well, and you'll be fine. That's kind of how I not preach, but that's something I kind of always live by. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, here's a good example. This is just, hopefully you guys can see this. Here's a good example. So, and again, we don't have the card in hand, so it's very, very subjective to do. This is just a screenshot of just someone's 1.5, fairly newer grade 1.5. All the continuous snow that you see throughout here. Oops. Rounded corners, off-centered, but still a nice presentable mantle, right? Trying to hold the phone still so you can see that. And here's my 1.0. So, and I'm not knocking that 1.5 because that's a beautiful card. I'd love to have another one, but this is a 1. Now, when you have these cards side by side, you cannot tell me that this is a 1 and that's a 1.5. There's nothing wrong with the back of mine either. It's just like stuff like this that kind of just drives me crazy. And that's not just the only copy. That's not the first example. I've got plenty of these. Yeah, here's a better version of that card. Here we go. This is a better image with brighter screen. You can see the big old crease right here. Mine has a crease as well, but it's off to the side, and then there's no white showing through my crease. It's the wrinkle on the front, but here's a crease that shows and breaks the paper. And this one has a nick right on his eye. Look at Maze's eye. It's like stuff like this. Like, do I have to pay to send my card back in to try to get a 1.5 or a 2? I mean, who wants, if you had a choice, I'm not knocking and comparing, like, pumping my chest like mine's better. I'm just simply saying that you cannot give a card a 1.5 with that wrinkle, that surface, the centering, and then this thing, right? A chunk of paper missing from his eyelid. It just, I don't know. I just have a hard time with certain things. Here, this was off Net 54. This is a good one. Here's a beater. It's a 1. Right. So that's a 1. How is that a 1? And the cards that we just saw are 1.5s, or mine is a 1. How is this possible? How does PSA give this a 1? Is the range that bad? This is like, hey, I got a bag full of dog poop. You got 10 logs of poop, and this one has 1 log of poop. I appeal. You're 100% right. I'm going on a rant now. 100%, Orlando. It's true that that's the case. But there's got to be a level where it's like, look, this is just authentic. Because any other one, I mean, dogged corners, missing paper, dirt, missing the white, what looks like dirt, complete crease across the face, subject to eye appeal and the appeal of the card. That's listed on PSA's website. This is right across his eyes, folded in half. This card's been folded. Crease here. Some of the most rounded corners ever. This card should never be a 1. And if this is a 1, that's fine, but everything else should be a 1.5 or a 2. Because I don't think we're talking about a 7 and a 7, one with better eye appeal. -1. Yeah. Orlando, we're on to something. -1. So content grade comparisons. I don't do a lot of these videos like this, but believe me, I have content galore that I plan to do one day once I fix this dual screen monitor stuff. I get my keyboard stuff set up and all that crap, because I do enjoy talking about these cards. And this is that Maze. So that Maze also has paper loss. Okay. Rounded corners on the back. The corners on the back are even worse. Okay. I'm sorry. This is just not it's not a 1.5. That card does not, in my opinion, deserve a 1.5. And furthermore, I'll share with you this one. This one is a good one. This one is my favorite. Anyone who tells me about CSG, this is always the best. I'm like, go ahead, I'll listen. I'm listening. You send a top card like this, a big card, because in beater condition, this card's over $1,000, right? You tell me how that's 2.5. Like, I'm listening. I mean, got a lot of glare here, but let me see if I can unbrighten this stuff. There we go. Let's see if I can try that. That's 2.5 from CSG. What day? What planet? What lifetime is this a 2.5? How can you be reputable if you're grading cards like this at a 2.5? And again, I'm not picking on the guys that own those cards of whatever. They see this. Look, it's not a dig on that. It's more than that. It's transparency. You can't have a card like this in a case that says 2.5 and try to be a player in the vintage world. If this is a 2.5 and you're grading comic books like this, then I'll send my dad's comics out and go from there. But yeah, and this is, and you know, that's the card there in a little bit better light, right? It looks better. But when you click on the card and you actually get a close-up image, that's what you're up against. So I think there's a big discrepancy when it comes to what we think is a one and what truly is a one. Yeah, that's just my my take on it. I'm not sure why cards are graded the way they are sometimes. So yeah, I have a bunch of examples in here that, you know, when I see things, it's like, oh, here's a good one. So this is one thing I want to talk about. I call this the taper, the infamous taper. Orlando, maybe we could do a video one day and just go off on some of the things that are, you know, speculative in the hobby. They really get to me. So hopefully this comes through here. I'm going to try to slide this up and not show the guy's name. Okay, here we go. So beautiful card. This is a PSA PSA 7. As you can see here, it's PSA 7, Airmint 7. Okay, now let's get back to the card. I know I'm doing this on the phone. I should do this with the split screen and pull it up. But what I want to show you, and when you have this card a little shrunken like that, so hopefully that looks, this is what I call the taper. They start about a ½ inch in and they taper their corners down. And they pitch them like this. They pitch them up almost like a taper of a top of a building. And they'll taper cut that one edge. And when you look at this, you can not see it as much because the PSA slabs have this outside corner. So the raised edges here and the raised edges here. Okay, real simple. Hardware store, you get a level or a square, a T-square, anything from school, whatever, you know, you got the T-square that slides, anything like that. You can get a cheap plastic one from Office Max and take your card on a table and put that card in the back of the corner. Put it in the corner. You may not see it because you've got this open edge. So in my case, I have slab plastic from every grading company. Cracked them out, cheapest one possible. Give me the card. I'm popping it out. I want their slab. I've got the cutouts from SGC. I've got the raised edges from T206 cards, oversized stuff. I've got everything from PSA. And you can use those trays. The bottom part, the top part doesn't have it, but the bottom tray has this raised border on all these grading companies. You can use this as a guide. And when you take the card and you sit it in here and the card's sitting edge to edge and it's straight, tap the card down. A lot of people will list cards and then they're kind of like tilted. And you got to go, okay, there's a little air down here and it's a little heavy up here. Well, we just got to tap the card down and it'll sit straight. Then I see cards that are tapped down and straight, and you could see the gap change. And I'm telling you, the plastic is not wobbly. It's the card. Okay? So these are all subjects and videos that I'm going to make. And this is the easiest way that I found for my personal way to do things is if you have a nice card like this, here's your phone. And you don't see any light under there. It's straight all the way across. You may see some little tiny dimples and variations. That's just the rough cut, but it's straight. But I'm going to show you a card that I just purchased, and the guy didn't even question. He's like, click the return button, they'll send you a refund. He didn't say, I'm sorry, I sent you a trimmed card. You can't sell me a card near mint and tell me it's not trimmed. I just said, hey, man, this card's been cut. Not saying that you did it, just want to send it back. Just let me know. I'd like a refund, you know, and I won't leave negative feedback for the guy. I just move on, right? So I'm going to go get those two cards and show you what I mean exactly. It's very subtle, but this is what people are doing. And this is what really pisses me off because it's very easy to do and you're not trimming the whole entire card. You're trimming just a section of it. When I did with this card, I had to set aside to return. Here it is. Okay. So I got two examples that I purchased. So this is the best way I could tell you. Now, I purchased this card because it looked clean, and here it is. Now, whenever you see a card that has a little bit thicker down here and it's a little thinner over here, then you expect the image itself, this black box, the image itself in the center to be tilted to the left because, I'm sorry, tilted to the right because it's got thicker here and down here. And then you look and then you say, okay, here's my size here and here's my size here. Now there is diamond cuts in 75 tops, very notorious. Cards are cut like a wedge. I get that. That's not what this is. I'm not debating wedge card, diamond cuts. Those happen at the factory. We know what those are. Those are off-centered images where the card looks like it's shifted. It's the actual cut of the card. You flip it over and you can see it pretty well easily. This card, I don't know if you guys could see. If I hold it at the right angle, it's going to be tough, but the way I'm looking at it, this card is high here, very low in the center, dips up high, and then drops down again here. And here's what I do. Get yourself a piece of glass with a beveled edge. You can get it from anywhere. You can go on eBay, Amazon, or a machinist block is another good one. It's true. They use them, you know, they have micrometers dialed in. It's a 1.000, four zeros after the decimal. And you can get a machinist block that's 4 inches by 2, 3 by 5, whatever you want to prefer to get. I was a machinist out of high school, so you can get a cheap machinist block for maybe $10, and they use them as gauges. So anyway, here's the bottom of the card. And hopefully I'm showing that right. You see that? You see that big old black line to my left of my thumb? You can't miss it. The whole card's touching. I'm not talking about those jagged little dimples. That's just the rough cut. That's just the edge of the card. Right where my thumb is, that whole entire area ramps up. Now, if I tilt it down to hold that up and put pressure on that little edge, the rest of the card's up in the air. So let's put the whole card down flat, and you can see, rock it. You see the black line. That's that taper cut. That's that wedge. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've contacted PWCC. There's 2 Ripkins that sold for over $2,000. PSA 10, 82 tops. They are the biggest. I call it, it's like someone freaking took the lawnmower blade and just dropped it to level 1 and just roached your lawn right at the end. And it's like, whew, it's so obvious. I'm like, this card has been trimmed. Over $2,000 it sold for. There's 2 copies. I have the certs. I have them in my phone. I don't do it because I don't want to attract a lot of that attention. I don't need people in my channel for that kind of stuff. I'm not like, hey, this person stole this. That's not for me. That's not my channel. I'll watch that stuff, take it with a grain of salt, whatever. I don't want to do that, but I do want to inform collectors. That's the bottom. Let me show you this card. Let me show you the top. This card has got so many waves going on. I'm going to do the back so it's less to your eye. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it now. You can see my finger back here. My finger's moving up and down. You can see my finger in the back. This thing's got more waves than a pool. Right in the middle, right on the end. That's not this is a trimmed card. This is a poorly trimmed card. This is not cut from the factory. You know, they don't have blades that are hooked like an S and, you know, wavy. They have sheets that are shifted. They have images that are shifted on the sheet and are cut straight. That's called an OC card, where the card's cut straight and the image is shifted. That's the printing process. That's completely different. Then you have the wedge cuts, which is straight cards cut on an angle. That's completely different. 75 was the worst year for wedge cuts, diamond cuts. That's just it. These little tapered little snips, this little trim job, little haircut here, little haircut up there, because the card was down here in the box, or the card was like this in the box. You know, the card was sitting like this. And then you got your 2 damaged corners because stuff was sitting on top of it in a card shop, you know, getting banged around. These 2 are in the bottom of the box. They're sitting good. You know, I don't want to hear crap about rubber bands and this and that. No one was doing that kind of stuff with these cards that look that good. You know, be careful of the cards that look really good on these edges and it has this rough corner in this dark area, or, you know, it's real frayed. Well, that's because they had to keep the size, and they trimmed off the really bad stuff and left that because that'll still get them a 5 or a 6 grade or a 4. Right? It took a 3 and turned it into a solid 4-5. And I look at cards like this card, True and True, was probably rougher. They trimmed it all the way around. You may look at one card and go, wow, here's a 62, just completely miscut. But if you know this set, that border and that border is dialed in, that's 50-50. That's good. This border here is 90-10. Maybe like 95. There's almost nothing here. But you know that if you divide that in 2, it looks like that. Look at the card this way. This card wasn't trimmed, but if this was a maze or a mantle, and it had a little haircut, right? You look at it and go, Okay, that's a nice sharp looking card, but it's OC. No, you got to check the trimming. So, you can grab any one of these cards in here and just look and go, well, that doesn't look right. Go online, see the difference. Here's a good card. It's got wear, it's uniform wear all the way around. The whole entire card has got the same type of wear. That's what I look for. Give me the card that has uniform wear, and yeah. So, and here's another card that I bought. And this is also purchased. And this card looks like it's, maybe just shifted a little, right? But the card's nice and straight. I don't see a ton of stuff going wrong with this card, right? And you got some wear. I don't know. There's like maybe some wax here, but it's just an average card. It's nothing too crazy. You can see a little bit of those little dimples. That's just a rough cut all the way from edge to edge, that one's not bad. It's got a little choppy cut, but edge to edge, you can see it. It's that roughness, right? But if it's razor sharp and you see that, then they took a little off, but you can see when you look close, it's got chipping right here, and you can feel it with your finger and close your eyes. You can actually feel that rough cut. It's almost like the edge of a cardboard box. And if you're getting that, or you're getting that real smooth, like a brand new 2023 card, like these chrome cards, you take one of these out and you run it across, you can actually hear it. If it's nice and quiet in your house, you just, do one of those things. You got to watch, man. There's a bunch of freaking snakes out there, and I don't like any of them, because you're a scumbag. If you're able-bodied, you get your ass out there and go push a broom for $20 an hour. Someone will hire you. You can't even get a burrito made because there's no workers. So don't tell me there's no work. They just choose to be scumbags and, rip people off and whatever. So that's my rant for the day. I'm going to finish up this last stack of vintage that's in here. We're done with the 62s. We're on to the 61s. Okay. Yeah, I just get passionate about it. This is really nice. I have this in here. So this is a nice Gilliam. This is look at the centering on that. Now, this is a card, I mean, just look at it. All four sides, they all measure up right. Just the naked eye can see that these four edges are all right on and centered and just the right size. But yeah, real nice mid-grade, maybe a 6 or something like that, dead centered. Probably get a 7 on a good day. No 8. 8s are just impossible these days with PSA. But it's a solid 7. That's a strong card. I would say if it gets a 6, I would say a beautiful 6. One of the best. There's a nice Roger Maris for somebody, big old crease right down here, but great card there. Yeah, listen, if anyone has a problem with anything you're trying to purchase and they're not willing to share some information with you, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. That's a really nice Nelly Fox. Little OC, but that's a good Nelly Fox. There's a Johnny Padres. Marichal rookie. It's got a big old crease down here, but very nice around the face. Nice looking card. Nice entry grade vintage rookie there. Fish Hobbyist, what's up, man? I don't have them priced or anything. I'm just going through a rummage box here and pulling out some cards that I've got in collections, and just haven't had the time to sort and sell through. But I mainly, my stuff, I deal with people that just tell me who they collect. They tell me who they want, and I put some cards together, and I send you some nice images under good light, and I'll describe the condition. If it's a lot of cards and you're building a set, you just tell me what you're building, and then I can put some numbers together and some set builds for you. Clemente, yeah. I just got this one, and this is a nice Topps Giant. It does have the roller marks right here, and then the top left has a small little wrinkle up here. No creases on the surface though, but it does have the roller marks. Just because I got this one that I'm keeping, and I just got these in the mail, the mantle. So yeah, this one's available. I'll put some stuff together. Just shoot me an email. Yeah, you just name the players. I've got all that stuff. I have a lot of stuff on files that are already photographed, and I'll just send you a link to my Photo Bucket Flickr account, and you just click on the link and you can look through all my stuff. There's graded cards, raw vintage, whatever you need. Just let me know who it is. Just send me an email though. That's all I need. AC at the card deal. So AC in front of that, thecarddeal.com. But yeah, there's some nice, we saw I pulled that mantle or the maze out of there. And there's some other stuff. There's a cheap, like I said, the Maris is in there. I'll pull these things out and have to do a vintage sale one of these days too. Let's do the rest of these 59s and 60s. Norm Cash, Pafko, Bob Lemon. Here's a nice Brooks Robinson. This card's notoriously off-centered all the time. That's got a little corner fold right here. Probably a solid 4. Nice card, though. Decent Brooks Robinson. That one's got pen on it. Some of these are beaters in here. Here's a beater, but a nice card for somebody, a couple bucks. I mean, to get a mantle for a couple dollars, or a maze for a couple bucks. Yeah, that's a nice card. Someone would appreciate that. Here's a nice Elston Howard. This actually not bad. Centering's not the greatest, but no creases. Maybe a little wax right there. Yeah, this is just some low-end stuff that's there's the Braves team card. Aaron is in that, obviously. Senators. Luis Aparicio. Here's a rough mantle. Here's a mantle all-star card. Big old crease down the center. But, for someone that looking to get a all-star mantle, these things, none of the mantles are cheap. It's actually laughable how expensive some of these mantles have gotten. This one's got big old lines all over. It looks like someone shot it with a BB gun. There's Gibson. That's actually a nice Jim Cott rookie. Let's see what that looks like. He's a recent inductee into the Hall of Fame. There's Billy Martin. Let's see what's going on here. Actually, this is a nice Billy Martin as well. No creases. Yeah, some of these are pretty nice in here. Some nice mid-grade copies. Let's see what's going on with the Cott. Yeah, maybe a tiny little wax spot there, but little edge, but no creases. Yeah, some of the stuff I'll send in for grading. Some of it I'll just sell like that. But if it's the difference between a 5 and a 6 and it's a key card, I'll definitely grade it. See if it gets the 6. If it gets the 5, then there's the transparency there. So here's a Spawn. This is a top loader, but it's got a banged up corner. But otherwise, pretty decent. Got good color. Little fisheye right there, but color is good. So I think that's why I had this one in a saver. Maybe someone asked for it for a set build or something. All right, let's see what we got here. These are some beaters, 51s. I'm doing the 51 set, so I think I'm down to 44 cards right now, 44. These are just some doubles. There's a Luke Easter. Just stuff I have to go through. There's a Feller. Shingings. Here we go. This is it's a decent 54 Bowman. Decent card here. I probably upgraded my set and put this in there. Maybe I got a graded one or something, but that's a nice one. This one's got some wear on it. Absolutely, man. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, whatever it takes. Yeah, and I'm real fish, obviously. When it comes to if you're building a set, it's important to just tell me, hey, nothing with creases, no wax stains, no writing, but nothing too high end, and I can put together and build a list for you. But if it's just these lower grade cards like these, it's better just to tell you, hey, there's a big old crease. If you want to get it graded, I'll send it to you. You grade it your damn self and just go from there. Just easier, because all I'm going to do is grade it, and then it's just going to increase the value by a little bit maybe, and then I'm going to make more money. But cards like that, I'd rather just sell to you. And if you don't want them graded, great. If you do, then you send it in yourself and you pay the fees. But yeah, this has got a big old fold here, a dent, but the image in the center is nice. Pretty iconic. My favorite Willie Mays image is the 54 Bowman. He's in the dugout, kind of facing a little bit to the right. Well, it would be his left, with his knee up on the dugout, kind of like this, with the bat underneath his forearm here. I think that's just the best looking Willie Mays card that they have ever made. If I had to pick a tops one, probably be the 56. But Bowman, hands down, it's got to be the 54 for me. Yeah, let's go through the rest of these. This last little stack here. Billy Shantz, not Bobby Shantz. There's Bob Lemon. These are rough too. Mike Garcia, Jim Gilliam. Oh, his nickname was Junior. I didn't know that. Eddie Yost. What else we got in here? Sherm Lawler, nice. Okay, so here's a 55s, some 56s. Actually, this is a pretty decent Harvey King. This is a little wrinkle right there. Still a decent little card for a Tigers collector, you know. Gene Woodling. Yeah, I've got all these. Are all Indians. Who else is in here? A Bowling. Bobby Avila. Little wrinkle up there. I always like this image here. You got everybody kind of meeting them at home plate, you know, kind of like they do today at times. There's a nice Robin Roberts. It's actually a good card. What's going on with this? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with this card. Yeah, this is a little dimple right there, little line, little indent right there. But still, look at the centering on that. I love that original rough edge here. You know, great card. Put this in a saber too. Let me grab a saber. Yeah, some of these are sneaky good in here that I just kind of went through and didn't get a chance. I probably went through a bunch of the years and I stopped at a certain point and got sidetracked like I do quite often. But these are cards that, you know, I already have them and I just want to sell the doubles. I think these are just awesome cards. Like, look how nice that looks. I mean, these are very, very affordable. Yeah, absolutely. I'll just drop my email in here. If I can ever get this freaking mouse to work. Brian. Hey, Brian, do me a favor. Type in my email in the chat. Just type in ac@thecarddeal.com so he can grab my email. Appreciate it. Now I've got this damn thing that popped up on my screen, and I don't want to mess it up because it'll mess up the stream. And I just sent Joe a message to help me out, and he'll do it later. I don't want to screw nothing up with this. Everything's kind of dialed in and working, so I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, so I got to go through these, and I'll pull out, you know, the key cards that are mid-grade or better. I mean, here's a nice Herb score. Brian, I don't know if you need this one, but it's got a couple little lines here. But these are cheap cards, you know, very, very small little edge wear. But these are nice cards, nicely centered, good white borders, just clean overall, you know, solid mid-grade stuff. Could you grade it, make a couple bucks? Sure, but stuff like this. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, Fish Obvious, there's my email in there. Brian, I also have a double of Luke Easter too. I found a 54 Luke Easter. So you need the Luke Easter. It's got a little bit of marbling, but no creases, you know, decent card. It's just, you can really get into vintage at an affordable rate. You don't have to buy 6s and 7s and break the bank. This stuff is readily available, and be patient because these cards are not rare. If you had $1 million and wanted Mickey Mantle rookies, you can buy them every day of the week. They're expensive. They're not rare. Now, 10, is it rare? Then you go to the grade factor. Yes, it's rare, but Mickey Mantle rookies, Willie Mays rookies, Hank Aaron's, those are not rare cards. They are everywhere. They are just expensive, and they're awesome. Okay, let's see who else is in here. Gene Woodling. Brian, there's a nice Gene Woodling. Actually, this is really nice. Wow, there's got to be something wrong on the back. No. Wow, this is actually really, really nice. But I have the whole Indian set run in a absolutely, man, no worries. Yeah, I mean, well, for Brian, like this, Brian collects, we collect the Indians too, but like this is a great card here. I have my Indians run out of the set is in higher grade. I have the whole set in the 7, just the Indians. But I built that Indian set a long time ago, many years ago. And then, you know, you work backwards with the stars and then the commons. But yeah, like these are cards, like this card wouldn't mean anything to anyone else, but Brian would probably like, man, that's a great card to have because he's an Indians fan. You know, just like the Herb Score or some of these other guys, like this Harvey King. Here's a great card. I mean, the smallest little wrinkle right here, right? But that's a great looking card. There's nothing wrong. I mean, you put that at an angle and you watch that marbling roll over the light, you'd see those wrinkles pop and everything. And there it is right here. It pops. But the rest of that card, if I went like this and showed this card, you'd say, wow. You know, look how nice it is. DP, what's up? I just woke up at like 1:45. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I got my Taco Bell last night, and then I slept in again. I fell back asleep after watching something at like 6 in the morning. I think I overslept. Nope, bowling. There's a Bobby Avila, Brian, with a little wrinkle here, but look how nice that Avila is. This is a great card. I mean, just that little tiny wrinkle right here. Look how nice that is, though. These are really nice looking 56s. I got these. I got a nice lot for my set, and these were in there, but I didn't need them because I already have the Indians, so I pulled those out. This I already had too, so I pulled it out. But again, small wrinkle. Still great set fillers, even if you're building a set. Here's this one just has a print line. There's nothing wrong with this card. This is an easy 5 all day. 56s, there's nothing wrong with this card. It's within tolerance of centering. Yeah, it's a little off center, but this card's just solid. Now, do you grade a Milt Bowling 56 grade back? I don't know if you want to, I guess. But, you know, there's some. And this is just my catch-all box. I have all these. If you guys are building sets, I have stacks of different years. I may have 300 from 1959, but I may have 500 cards from 1960. Because I was building a second set for that one, so I know I have about 500, and they're all clean, no creases. Conditions vary, but there's no creases, and I've got about 500 cards. You know, high numbers are more expensive, all that good stuff. You guys know that collect vintage, you know how it goes. And here's some low grade stuff in here too. There's Brian. There's a nice Narleski too. Just a little chipping here. I mean, that's 4 or 5 cards to the Indians team run, ungraded that are nice. These were nice. I mean, these are good cards. I just got these and the rest of them, and I wasn't going to say no, so I had to buy the whole lot. So I bought the whole lot, and obviously those are the Indians. If you want me to put those aside, I can. This is a beater, though, but this is when he went to the White Sox, but he did play a partial season, I believe. I think he played a little bit with Cleveland in 56 before he was traded. I think he was traded midseason. Orlando, if you know about that, let me know. I'm curious on that one. Yeah, the Taco Bell hangover is real. Fish hot base, absolutely. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Here's a nice Richie Ashburn, low grade, but I mean, come on, 57 Ashburn. That's cool. There's a Yankees team card with Mantle on there from 57. There's Granny. Everybody loves Granny. Ned Garver. I've got this sleeved up. I thought that centering was really nice. The red is pretty bold. I just like the colors on this here. Here's an Ernie Banks, 58 Ernie Banks. Some staining on the back, but it's an Ernie Banks. A little bit of wax, but hey, it's an Ernie Banks. That's cool. Love it, Ernie Banks. I like this one. Birdie, he also managed for the Tribe back in, 64? Brian, 64? Birdie was the manager for the Indians. There's Robinson. It's not bad. Off center, but, you know, again, decent cards that won't break the budget. Brian, here's some more Indians that I had set aside. Mudcat, Dick Williams, and Nixon. No creases on any of these, but centering's not the greatest. But look at that yellow. Look at the yellow on these. That pops. Yeah. Just clean cards, you know. Clean cards there. Some of these are a little like the Narleski. That thing's seen better days, but the filler if you're doing the set for now. Barillo, that's not bad. Off center, but it's a good looking card. Bobby Richardson. Sherm Lawler. Yeah, and if you're looking for the Mantle, you know, it's a beater. It's creased, it's folded. I mean, look at that. It's got the fold to it. But it's damage is done, but it still looks, I mean, you hold that from a foot away on a shelf, it looks nice. Or a filler until you can afford something better. That's one thing. You can always sell these cards and upgrade your sets later on in life. 59s, we went through those. 56s. 56s. Some Bowmans here. But yeah, that was my that's part of my rant on the Bowmans, or the trim cards on the Topps cards. Not just Bowman, but any card any year. I just don't trust these people that sell cards ungraded. And even in the slabs, though, it's not just them. PSA is not catching it either. SGC is not catching it. I will tell you that for a fact. I've got cards back myself that I point out and say, this should not be in here. This is not a 6. This is not a 9. Whatever it is. You're not going to get rich off of one card. If you're being honest, you're going to get further with it. So, Brian, I went over these. Remember these we had in our order? Like, come on. I'm going to send these back out and we're going to get these things graded. Yeah, that Lofton's going right to PSA. That's my crown jewel. That's I've been waiting forever for that card, and I finally did it. But I sold some cards and had some money to buy some new cards. Mudcat 58, I don't know. But yeah, Brian, they try to tell me that this has been trimmed. This card with all the original color and edges, and it's like a $25, $30 card, right? I mean, I'm not trying to get a 9 out of this. I'm trying to get a 4 or a 2 or a 3 and put it in the slab and display it. Yeah, so this is minimum size required. Like this card's been trimmed, and it just drives me nuts. These people are. If it's minimum, don't you guys have like a tray to just like put the cards in? Here's the card. Put it in the 90 corner. Okay, doesn't look trimmed. Put it in this corner. Good. Put it in this corner. Good. Top right corner. Good. All 4 corners look good. I mean, really? Just stop. Please stop. Wait till I get my PSA 6 Griffey Jr. 89 traded rookie. Wait till I get that card back. Got a 6. It is what it is, right? So how's everybody doing today? Brian, he's awake. Diamond, what time did you get up? Oh, I'm just so out of it. I just figured I'd go live and share that stuff with you. Now I just want to like eat cookies and go to sleep or something, or just lay around all day. But I'm gonna go work and make some money. I got a poker game later. Kind of cool. We went through that box. I got some pretty decent cards here that I can look at and go through and, maybe grade a couple of them. Maybe grade this Jim Cott rookie. This I definitely got to get graded. And look at the centering on that. That thing is amazing. I don't care what the grade is, but look at that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card. Yeah, Brian, I'll go through and pull all the Indians. You can just claim whatever you want and then put a price on it. I'll go through them. Or I'll put them in a pile and you can go through them. You can pick whatever you want. So yeah, so one decent card, one's going back, definitely trimmed. Get my refund, print my label, stick it back in the envelope. Cost you a bubble mailer. At least they give you labels now that the seller pays for. You just issue the refund request, seller accepts the request, and then you get an email with a notification with a PDF file, or if you have a Dymo, like a label writer, you hit the print button, stick it on a bubble mailer and send it back. Once they show delivered, eBay automatically credits your account and you get your cash back. And then you can just buy another card. So that's the risk. But there's also a benefit to buying cards on eBay because you're protected. The buyer has some recourse if the card's no good. At 10 my time? Oh, that's early. Huddle, what's going on, man? How about my rookie getting a 5? Yeah, Brian, that rookie, that's stronger than a 5. But I don't know if we looked at that closer where we saw like a indentation, like a surface line, because this I forgot which card I just pointed out. It's a clean card, but it had a surface line where there was an indentation. Yeah, right here. So Brian, this is what you got to watch for. So I can pick it up. There it is. So you see that line right there? It's about a 1/4 inch long. It's like an indentation. There it is. Right next to his ear, you can see it right here. So if you're looking at the card like this, you don't see it. As soon as you tilt that card in the right light, it goes away and then it comes back. Once I get that to focus, but yeah, so that's the spot that I'm talking about. It could have something like that, Brian, and then it will keep you in that 5 range because the rest of the card was clean, centered. Does SGC give a little bit more favoritism towards a centered card? I believe so, because you could see a lot of the cards that are nicely centered and you go, whoa, wait a minute, why is that a 6? You know what? Let's do it now. Let's go over it right now. I'm going to show you guys something that I recently picked up, and I am going to snap it out. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to show you on my phone because I'm not going to do it until I send the card out, just in case people are watching. Okay, let me just clear out all these messages. I just got an alert for fantasy football. Apparently there's a football game today. I had no idea. Okay. Let me share with you guys a card. And again, this is all over the phone, so it's not going to be the easiest, but I'll do my best to share. Here we go. Okay. This is not my card. Full disclosure. Oh, FG. Okay, yeah, absolutely. A small spot. Well, I'll look at it, Brian. How do we know what you have totally available from vintage cards? Fish hobbyist, man, that would take me forever. I've got a lot. It's just basically ask me who you collect and I'll put something together. That's how I do for all the buyers. I can't list all my cards. I have a lot. I have something that you'll like or I can help you with. You know, I'll be able to help you with something, at a fair price. I've been doing this a long time. I'm just very selective on just, showing certain things. But yeah, if there's something that you definitely want and you like it, hey, it's this price and we can agree on it, you'll be happy. But I disclose everything. But if it's a big rookie and it's rough grade, I'll send that out to get graded so we know it's a 1 or a 2. But some of this, non-big rookie stuff, that's easy to price, because sometimes I have a card that's like a 3 or a 4, and if you were going to buy the 3 for $100, for like 30 or $40 more, you're better off getting into the 4 graded, because you're getting the grading fee. You can kind of count that in, right? Okay, it's already graded. It's a 4, and it's just a better looking card. I would always tell you, hey, if you can't afford this right now, just do whatever, But the low grade stuff, like I have these extra lots where I don't need, I have no problem selling a lot to you. That's fine, yeah. And there'll be some room in there where you can make some money, I'm fine with that. And I have modern stuff like that too, that, people buy from me in lots and they want to, piece out and put a little bit of work in and make some money and, be busy with the hobby. That's totally cool. I'm game with that too. Yeah. And if the deal doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's totally fine. No hard feelings, but if it works, great. That's kind of how a lot of people do it. So, but anyway, let me get back to showing you just, and you guys can share your thoughts. So, I don't know whose card this is. I do not own this card, but here's a PSA 6. I'm sorry, SGC 6. And there's a good image right there. So it's showing up really nice. You can see the roller marks here, but it's not through the paper, but it's definitely surface marks. Beautiful edges and white borders. Awesome centering. You're not going to find a better centered card than this. But here's one thing I want to point out about SGC. So, okay, we understand that these roller marks are common. My 51 Mantle Bowman, the roller marks are very common, but the cards are horizontal, and you can see the card and the roller marks. It's totally fine. They have them. This is fine too. I've seen nice graded Hank Aaron's that have 5s and stuff like that have this, but the rest of the card is nice. Trouble I have with this, if you send the same card to PSA, not saying that PSA is incompetent or grading harder right now, but PSA's guidelines, they will not grade this card a 6 when you flip to the back of the card. So this is the back of the card, and you can clearly see right here a stain from the Detroit down to the word baseball. So there's a stain about 1 inch long, almost this entire border, and it's clear as day. There's a stain on the card. The typical edge wear around the green, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Just the way the cards are cut. But still a beautiful looking card. The front of it is very nice. It's a good quality card, but I'm not a big fan of giving that a 6. But yeah, this is as good as it's going to get. Fish Hobbyist, this one has the white border down here, and it was always dark red. Always the color up here. It never had the white on the 54s. So this border, what I basically do, if my screen doesn't flip the card over, I always tell people flip the card this way and then just trace the border. This size thickness is the same as this and is the same as that. So this is a three-sided card is what they call them. But yeah, so the 54s always had the solid border. The most notorious card that's tough to get with top to bottom centering is the Ernie Banks rookie. You'll always see this top line cut right above his name. And any chance you get any part of his card white above his name with the background color, because his card is actually full of white, like a cream color, and then the white border. Most of Ernie Banks's cards, anywhere from 6s and down, are going to have this top border cut real close to the top of the name. It's just one of those like, hey, we all know about the Ernie Banks card. But if you get one that's got nicer centering, it's usually just the left to right, but the top to bottom is always off. Just kind of a common thing with that card. Not sure why, but yeah, it's just a good looking card overall. So we'll see the card that I got and see how it does. I'm not going to share too much of it, but I'll share this part of it. Okay, so hopefully I can share that right there. Once it focuses in, it's hard. I'm doing this on the cell phone, you know. Once I upload images, I'll do it on the split screen and share it with you guys how it came back. But yeah, that's the card there. And then this is the back of the card with no stain. So you guys can see, this is what the card looks like. Just the typical usual light chipping, not as bad as the other card, but no stain, completely clean, no stains anywhere else. And again, I'll look at it underneath the loop and get underneath the light box and see if I'm missing something. This is something on the surface, but I'm not going to talk too much about the grade and things like that. But I will talk about the card when it comes back in and the old label and compare it. If you look back at my old videos, probably a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, where I did 10 cards, low grade. I didn't want to have anything like, oh, this is pop control. This is this is that. I took 10 cards from SGC, crossed them over to PSA. And I break down how this one got a 2, then it's a 2.5. This one was a 3, then it got knocked down to a 2. And I always try to tell people that's the best example I can come up with. I went through the exact cards. I pulled out the old labels, the certs, the label from the snap out, and I showed them and I said, this is the grade, this is the card, this is what PSA gave it. And it was all 4s and under, maybe 2s and 3s. And it was just funny to see the difference on some cards, and then other cards were graded differently. But if SGC in a brand new holder is grading a card with a 6 with a stain, and that set is not notoriously known for stains, where the 51 Bowman is, and these cards that came 2 per pack, where every second card, 50% of the production has wax on the back from the packs, that's where you get a pass. Okay, we know every single card in this pack, 50% of them are going to have wax. It's a 2-card pack. The back card's got the wax. We know the whole population is going to have wax, 50% of it. So, and that's just the general population. We don't know what survived. More survived that had the wax on the back. So then that number is even higher. But you get my point. But to see a card that's a 6 with those surface marks across the face from the roller, and the stain on the back, and it's still got a 6, I don't know. I think it's overgraded. Not that card is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If you can live with that and that's in your budget, I'd rather have a 4 that doesn't have those marks and maybe has a little bit of a rounded corner, but the same centering. So again, comparing apples to apples, that's the best way to do it versus getting a card back from PSA and just bitching and complaining online and, oh, PSA sucks, SGC is horrible. Those blanket statements are just worthless. They don't do anything. What's everybody got going on today? Football, more football. What's everybody eating? I'm getting hungry. I didn't eat yet today. It's already 4:30. Food, and more food. Is there any more NFL on today, or is it just that one game, the Cincinnati game that's on right now? Here's another Ernie Banks that I'm sending out. Here's another Bob Feller 54. Nolan Ryan I have to send out. That's nicely centered. This one's probably my favorite. I don't know. I got real lucky when I bought a set. I still haven't sent it out, but that's no Peachy. It's just you don't find these cards in high grade. There we go. A little dusty. But it's got that nice Peachy rough cut. And they'll give you a pass on these rough cuts. The most expensive Wayne Gretzky that sold for over $1 million has the same rough cut edge on the Peachy. I think it was 1.2 million it last sold for. I can't remember, but a couple years before this one, this 81. So that's a nice Nolan Ryan. I have to send out. Yeah, I got to do some sorting. But this is the time of the year where I send out a bunch of cards. These don't matter because this is more of the vintage, you know, the 56 banks. Let's see what's going on with this card. Yeah, just a tiny little corner mark here, you know, but nice surface, no creases. Probably a VG card, somewhere in that range, you know. Back's a little OC. But decent card. Comes back to 3, comes back to 3. Maybe sell it raw, who knows. But just a good card overall. Nice to have. Ernie Banks. And I upgraded the one that I had, so let's see what this filler looks like. This one's, the other one in there is pretty beat up, so let's see what this looks like. Actually, this is not bad. Pretty decent. See what happens. We'll measure it up, make sure it sizes up okay. Does have a little staining right here. Common a lot on these two. 54s. Very common staining. But if that's got a shot at a 4 range with that decent color on this one, I like it. They have to send this one out. But yeah. So there's some decent cards in here that I came across. Got to do some sorting. This, I mean, I can't believe this is not a super high grade, but what an amazing centered card. Got a little corner touch, not super soft corners, but just little tiny touches in the corners with the centering. And if you're a set collector or centering freak, that's all for you. 2 more games today. Cool. Steelers, Colts, then Broncos, Lions. Nice. All right. Good thing you let me know that. I probably should do that fantasy football lineup one of these days. I'm usually on top of that stuff, but not lately. I'm doing okay in one league and not so okay in the other. How about you guys? How's your fantasy going? Brian, you're doing good in your league. You're in second place, right? Or first place. And then I think the other league you're not doing good. So one good, one bad. How about you, Huddle? Are you doing fantasy? You got any teams? Fish Hobbyist, how about you? Diamond, you're not doing fantasy, I heard, right? I think we went over that before. My team sucked this year. Yeah, it happens. You just have to get into more. I mean, it's a numbers game. Injuries, all that stuff. You know, waiver order, or you just pick the crappy team to start with. That happens too. That definitely happens a lot. So, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun. It's just, you know, bragging rights, a little bit of money in it. If you gamble, if not, you know, it's still fun. As long as it's not consuming too much of your time. Fantasy baseball is really tough. That takes a lot of your time. Just so many games. Got to be more active. Football is nice because it's something to do when there's a game on. Give you something to I have no interest in watching a certain game, especially the Steelers and the Colts. I can care less. But if you're in fantasy, you know, the Broncos and Lions, that may be an appealing game to you. But I think the best game of those two is going to be the Broncos and Lions. I think that'll actually be a decent game to watch. Maybe a mid-scoring game. 27, 24, 31, 25, something along those lines. Who knows? Ugh. I'm just guessing. But the Lions were playing really well for a while, and then they kind of tailed off. I know the Broncos have been playing really good lately. They're still the Broncos, but they've been playing good. I don't know if they've got a shot for any type of playoffs. I don't follow any other teams but the horrible Browns, even though they're doing okay. I'll believe it when I see it. Who do you guys root for? I know Diamond is a Cowboys fan. Our Cowboys are actually doing really well. Probably one of the better teams in football right now, Cowboys. How about this crap bastard? I got this guy in a freaking out of 25. I've never even seen these Chrome cards numbered. Never pulled one. This one's numbered to 25. And I think he was in last year's Stars of MLB, and I pulled a red to like 75 or something. And like, this guy is just, he's not even in the league anymore. He got in trouble. He's out of the league, right? He got suspended. I saw this black and I got excited. I'm like, oh crap, this could be good. Anybody else in this set? Anybody but this guy. And then on the next packet was this the Chrome, the base version. So yeah, I got double screwed with this Julio Urias. Yep. Cowboys for DP, playing well. Brian, Browns, we know that. Who else we got up here? Hobbyist, if you're still here, who do you watch? Who do you root for in football? Huddle. How about you? What do you? I forgot who you. I know we've talked about it in your lives before. I can't remember who you root for. Huddle. When is the live? Is it Sunday? Someone posted earlier. Is it Sunday? You and Pittsburgh. Are you guys going live Sunday night? I believe it was Sunday night, or maybe it's tonight. I can't remember. You want to drop that in the chat? Please do so. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. So I think I'm going to probably get myself ready for the day and try to be productive right now. Sunday at 5. Okay, cool. Good deal. Right. That's nice. Nice little break right after the 4 o'clock games. Or the 1 o'clock games, and then that'll be cool. Jets fan. Oh, nice. How the hell did they do that last week? Out of nowhere. Man, I had the defense against the Jets, and yeah, you guys played good. But you guys have been suffering just like the Browns. The Jets are just as bad. Would have been nice to see what Rodgers could do healthy this year, but that didn't work out. So typical fashion for Jets and Browns fans. There's always next year. I mean, we spent $250 million guaranteed, and we can't even use our quarterback. So the defense is so good on most days. You don't even need a good quarterback. You need a serviceable quarterback with that type of defense. But the Jets defense is good too. So, we'll see how things work out. I don't know if it's worse to have bad baseball or bad football or watchable football, because watchable just keeps you thinking that something's going to change. Bad football, you just know what you're getting into going into it. You know not to get too excited. Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers also knows how to switch a play at the line and change it up to get out of something. And, whether it's a screen or a draw, something simple, right? Because these young kids, it's too much for them. The game is too fast. It's faster, bigger, stronger, they say, from college. It really is. That's why most people that go to college don't make the pros. And that's why certain college players stand out so well, and then they come to the NFL and they're just average. But yeah, I don't think that would have sucked. Don't get me wrong. He would have been, but there's things you could do. There's plays you can run to get him an extra second. And guys like him, that's all he needs is another one more second. He doesn't need 5 seconds in the pocket. He needs one more second to just do your job. And, that's kind of the whole thing being a quarterback. But I just like to see teams healthy, so you're getting all the good competition. But we're starting to see that there's not many good quarterbacks in the NFL anymore. It's not half the league. It's not top 10. It's now like a top 5. And the ones that are hurt right now, Herbert's out. Burrow's out. Mahomes can't buy a win, and all he does is cry. He cried like a little baby that someone stole his toys. He went looking for mama. As soon as the dude had 4 plays after that play, he had 4 plays. First down, nothing. Second, third, fourth down. As soon as he didn't complete that 4th down, he went and threw a little tantrum. You can't call that this blah, 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 blah. Like, get over it. I mean, come on. You can't. Maybe it's that Taylor Swift effect. Maybe the Swift effect has got them on the snide. They're falling fast. What's their record with Taylor Swift? I don't know. It can't be good because they've been losing. Another blaming, pointing out Kelsey because he's a playmaker or he's vocal. He's on his brother's podcast. How about you blame everybody on the team? I'm sure there's spots in that game where everybody didn't do their job at some point. It's easy to sing a lot of superstar, though. But Mahomes can't be crying like a little girl out there. He just can't do that. Crying like a little baby. It's football. Come to think he's a tough football player. You could take hits, but the baby attitude, I can't watch that guy. I can't. Between him, his brother, and now the Taylor Swift stuff. I don't know what that has to do with football, but the NFL is, the NFL is that pandering machine. They'll jump and piggyback on anybody to make a couple bucks and get some attention. That's one thing that they're really, really good at. I'll give them credit there. They do an awesome job at that. Hey, Kenny, what's up, man? Good to see you. Just hanging out a little bit, opened up some packs, talked about some cards, went on a couple rants, and now I think I'm going to head off. See if D'Lo's still breaking, and if not, catch that break that he posted because I'm in that. So I'm going to go jump over to D'Lo's. So if anybody wants to hang over to D'Lo, Diamond, I can't check because my screen's all messed up. Good, Kenny. Good, Kenny. Hey, did you get your package that I sent you a couple weeks ago? Kenny, if you don't mind, or anybody, just can you type in D'Lo Card Breaks channel in there in the chat if you can, because my screen is stuck that I'm looking at. I can't type right now, so I'm gonna have to log off and I'm gonna head over there. But if you guys want to jump over there and chat, hang out. He's got a break going on. I think he started it about an hour ago. And D'Lo is a talker like me. He's just slower. He's like me but slow, and I'm like a fast version of him. So I'm sure it's still going on. So I'm gonna jump over there and hang out. And then get something to eat and then relax. And I got a poker game later. Yeah, Diamond, please type in D'Lo's channel so people can head over there. Because I'm going to log off and go ahead over there and check out his break. I got a few teams in that. It's just a holiday mixer. So I'm going to go jump over there. So if you can just drop that in the chat real quick. And then if everybody that's in the chat, I'm going to log off and then get you guys next Friday. But I'm sure I'll see you in the other chats tonight and tomorrow and throughout the week. And then once you guys drop that in the chat, if anybody wants to head over there, you just click on that. I'm pretty sure it's just D'Lo Card Breaks, at DLO Card Breaks. But most of you guys are in here know D'Lo, so just seeing if you guys want to head over there and do that. Sounds good, Holly. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Diamond. Kenny. Awesome. Appreciate that. There we go. Thanks, Diamond. Appreciate you doing that. Cool. All right, cool. I got him. All right, guys. Till next time. Huddle, Hobbyist, Kenny. Good seeing you, man. I will catch y'all soon. Diamond, I will message you later and we'll go from there. I'm heading over and I just jumped in the chat. We're over on Delos. All right, guys. I don't know how I'm going to turn this thing off, but I'm just going to have to shut the camera down for now and close up shop somehow without using my mouse. Control Alt Delete. That's it. Here we go. Task Manager. Boom. I can do this. All right, and shut it down and task. Select.